Here.
Let's load this one up.
Yeah, a lot of times, say if I'll put your token on the field, you might not be able to move it.
Are you ready
Just
to
have to put
leave,
your
Go
own.
Dog? Come on. I'll get the door for you.
So,
There you
where
go.
should my token be? Where should my character be?
Since you're
Oh, the southern part of the
coming
map.
in late, yeah,
Whoa.
probably like a little below Rebel.
Silvaris?
Yeah.
And rear.
There we go.
Uh, what is your character's name, Jordan?
Aurora.
Aurora. But that's not its real name, that's its nickname. What is its real name?
Here, I'll send you.
I had these on my notes, and my character knew these things. I, as a human, am broken. Got
I'll send you the name on Discord.
Is
58-year-old brain.
Vizendel Al Itraxer. Yeah. Or Aurora for short.
For sure, yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
That completely like translates. It makes perfect sense.
Mm-hmm.
Where did you send me this at?
I'm gonna send it to you on Discord. Give me a sec.
Okay.
Alright, need to make sure. Yep, I've got that set up. This here.
Whatever you do, don't send me anything on PlayStation, because I do not have PlayStation up on the screen. I will not know. So when I first started, right, I was struggling to figure out why I could talk. I could hear, but I couldn't talk, right? And it found out I needed a special jack for the computer because the two ports were different. I got through that, right? That took me a week.
There you go.
Oh.
Okay. I will just put that there in case if that needs to be of reference.
Vizindel are tracks. I'm assuming the Y is silent, so. And the X sounds like a Z.
Put that over there.
X is Traz.
Yeah.
Aha, Treasure. Vizindel Aha Treasure.
So
I pronounce it as Vizindo Hitra.
Hithrar. Okay. So then I went into play because I was playing with the keyboard and the mouse on the vampire game, and it was killing me. It was so. I was accidentally hitting buttons while I was trying to do things, and it was getting me killed, and I was getting upset.
Pretty steep learning curve.
So I figured out how to plug my controller in. Then I lost my mic again. And I was like, what is going on? Turns out there's special settings you got to change to in the audio tab to allow that to work. Which I got really lucky. The same day I was struggling with it, I had another player who uses controller on PC walk me through it. He was extremely drunk, but he's always drunk, and get me to where I needed to be and fix it.
Nice.
And I got her fixed, but it's been a nightmare.
So last session, Ryan we implemented a house rule, and we'll exclude you from it this time because you weren't here last session. But each session, for like the recap, I'm rolling a die, and I have a number associated with each of y'all, and whatever the number lands on, that person does the recap. You don't have to do the recap, but if you do the recap, you get an inspiration.
Okay.
So
Remind
Jordan
me.
had it last time, and he did a pretty good job at it, so he got an inspiration.
I am sick, so I will be getting up from the the desk, several times throughout the session.
Oh.
Either I caught the bug, or my wife, who, because prom was today, she decided, and it screwed up the schedule. I went into work at noon, and she didn't bring me food until almost 9 o'clock.
Oh.
And working hard labor, very hard labor, going, you were supposed to be here at 6. What is going on?
Yeah.
So I don't know if it's my body processing that, or if I'm actually sick. Or it could be the food, for all I know.
Maybe. I know I've done some pretty long days where, I pull a 10-hour and I haven't eaten anything all day, and I'm like, ooh, I'm crashing. Usually feel that around hour 7, almost at the end of the day, if I haven't eaten anything all day.
Or the shakes.
Mm-hmm.
Little shakes start coming on.
Hands get shaky, my mind gets all foggy at that point, and I'm like, I do not know what I am doing.
So there's this thing called a jam press, right? And it has a die that slides into it, and the die comes down, and it punches or does whatever the die wants you to do. For this one, the die punches a hole in a piece of pipe that you load into the machine. We took the die out because it's leaking hydraulic oil down the shaft of this piston. And we took the piston out, and it is massively heavy, and took it apart and replaced the seals and the wiper seal and the dust seal that were tore up and leaking, and an O-ring, and we found an O-ring that was messed up too, and we put it back together. I started at like 12:10, and I did not get done with that until, well, the work was done around 4 o'clock ish, 4:10, 4 o'clock.
Wow. Okay. Jeez.
Did not take any breaks, just straight working. And then I took a break because the other guy went home, the older guy who was helping me. And then I had somebody come hold the cart while I put the die back in. And I did that, and I didn't get all of it cleaned up and wrapped up until about 6 o'clock, where I'm going, where's my food at? And then I was like, I don't know, not well from then till I got food, and then I wasn't well again. My shoulders, back, legs, everything hurts.
Right. I got you.
And then I about dumped the press on the floor with this massive forklift. I went and because my body's crashing. I went to put the press back to where it was with the forklift, and I grabbed it by the middle instead of spreading the forks out and grabbing the whole machine, and about threw it on the floor.
Ooh.
Yeah, that would have got me in trouble bad. Luckily, I set it down real quick.
Although I know those forks are heavy too, trying to move them over.
And then the other guy who come in was like, "Hey, you want me to run the fourth track?" I was like, "Yes, please, absolutely."
uh, yeah, I've had several of those moments as well where it's like, as guys, we don't typically like to ask for help, but I'll tell you what, when it gets offered and we're in a spot, it's like, yes, please, just do it. I will take the help.
I was so out of it. I was trying to put on clamps on for a smaller die onto this big die. I'm like, where these don't work. These don't match up. Why don't they match up? They were on when we took them off. And I went and got new bolts and the longer bolts, and then I come back and I'm like, I'm an idiot. There they are over there. Those are the bolts that were supposed to be on it.
Yeah, it
I
happens.
think it's going to be very easy to play a very hungover Lucian. I'm just saying.
Hey, yeah, there you go. That works out. Your character is like slightly hungover and out of breath because you just ran through the jungle to get to the encounter.
So, what information does my character have of what's going on, or where our party went?
So your character knows that the rest of your party ended up um ended up basically being um uh as part of a deal. The party had been escorted to the landing platform that you guys were originally looking for, um, from the Metatheran cartel, and in part of that deal too, so the deal was the party would be escorted to the landing platform that the Metatheran cartel had already scouted out, and that for payment in clearing it out and basically dealing with the pirates, um, you guys got a droid and I can't remember if it was 450 or it was like 500 credits a piece for dealing with the pirates.
Is this next day? Like, I come out my
Yeah,
room and
yeah. Your characters would everyone got a long rest.
we talk to name? The leader of the faction we were staying with.
Yeah, well in Veer. Yeah.
Did I have my things? Oh, that reminds me. I went to go try to get my iPad unlocked and my other phone, and they basically told me, "Oh, we can't do that without erasing everything on there." What? What is the point then? I lose everything.
Yeah.
I will never buy another Apple product if I can help it.
Yeah, I've never had one before, and I do just fine. But I also have all old technology, so do with that comment as you see fit. Do we get a Zach back yet?
Yep.
Hey, there we go. I think
Sets
everybody's
up a couple of
here.
times.
Oh, I didn't hear you.
Okay.
Well, being that Jordan did the recap last time, and we don't have Afrasia with us, and Ryan wasn't here last time, that leaves Zach to do the recap from last session.
Hold on.
Do we do recaps in character?
No,
Okay.
you don't have to.
Okay.
It's just to make sure that everybody's up to speed.
Let's see. Let's see. Oh, wow, there's a lot of rolls in here.
Oh, that's right. I gotta just. Mm-hmm. You can on my YouTube channel.
I will find that.
I'm trying to think of how to went on that. we'll talk about it.
also in the
On the
Discord
previous
chat
episode.
on Discord under the YouTube chat or YouTube text channel, I put in I edited in episode 0 of our campaign, like basically you guys arriving on Kularin. So I edited it down. I'm gonna do a little bit more to the second or episode 1, but a little bit more editing, make it a little bit nicer. But you can check that out at your own free will there, Sir Ryan.
Okay.
But yes, go ahead, Zach. Lead us off.
Last time on Star Wars D&D, Lucian was too unconscious to be able to participate in anything from drinking long into the night, while Fenrir and Aurora, along with the assistance of Solvaris and a new ally, K1R4, hunt down pirates with a small band of militiamen from the Kularin Mafia cartel.
Mm-hmm.
As they decidedly tried to approach, some of them were a bit more stealthy than others on their approach to the landing platform. Let's see. I'm trying to think of what else we all did. I mean, oh yeah, there was a very scary moment for Sylvaris as the droid came unpronounced to wake him of his slumber, and it made a very large scene for everyone involved as he panicked, and then after said panic, somehow convinced the guy to throw the droid in as part of the payment for doing this, for fighting these bandits.
Yeah.
Is that is that where we're at right now? Coming into it, we're rolling for initiative.
Yeah.
Ready to tell for whether or not we're actually in combat.
Right. So to explain the map a little bit, Ryan, basically there's a couple of different height differences. These are marked out with the black lines that are on the map.
Mm-hmm.
Each line is 10 feet of level of terrain. So the guys are on this one part here. The green box is just to kind of symbolize a spot that is dense foliage that you might be able to sneak into or be able to enter unnoticed if you succeed on a stealth check. The Corellian Corvette it isn't actually a Corellian Corvette. It's just a placeholder for the transport ship that I believe Aurora had identified as the exact same ship that you guys had nearly run you guys over when you neared Rena's transport service, and it flew just feet above your guys' heads. It is currently being taken apart by a variety of pirates, mostly human, and they are traveling in and out of this base where there's the platform there on the west side of the map, and you are unsure how deep the cave system goes. That is to the right, or to the east side of the map. To the very far west there is a river and a rather steep drop-off.
Okay, I have 2 questions.
Yep.
First one, are we 40 feet up, correct? Is that how I'm reading the map correctly? From the base of the river?
Yeah.
Okay. And then where Solvaris is standing and the robot, is that grassland, or is that they actually going into some foliage and trees and bushes and stuff.
That's like some like bushes and foliage that you could try to hide in. Yeah.
Okay.
We'll just say like basically the green areas are spots that you could potentially hide in.
It's tall grass.
It's tall, yes, yeah, it's tall grass. So it goes by Horizon Zero Dawn logic. It goes by Assassin's Creed logic with hiding in the grass.
It's half concealment, full concealment.
Yeah.
That kind of thing. Wasn't the shape of this building, wasn't it supposed to be like there's like a half window kind of thing when you described it?
Yep. So the spot where Aurora and Fenrir are at is a lookout tower that is that has a half wall that goes all the way around, and then on each corner there's a pole, and then there's a metal roof over top. And so it's a very hastily
like
put together lookout tower.
And K1 is hidden.
Mm-hmm. He stumbled over a stick.
Stealth.
Yeah, and he's currently hiding. Stealth.
He just like, yeah, like he just powered off, like.
Mm-hmm.
It's gonna be like, what?
They gifted us with a faulty robot.
Mm-hmm. Some security droid you are. All right.
That's what he is.
I mean, he kind of got thrown in to be anything. But butler, security, assassin, protocol droid.
Yes.
He's a protocol droid?
Also refrigerator.
What kind?
No.
What does a K1R4 look like?
Well,
it's made up.
Yeah, it's made up, and Freja is he said that he was going to draw his character. So
It had like a boxy.
So he's definitely
core.
a custom job.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
He has a cylinder head.
Oh yeah, from an IG unit, yeah.
Yep.
I don't remember his feet, but he has like a backpack on the back with a red flag sticking out of it.
Yes. It is. We made the reference last session that. Okay, did you ever play Lego Star Wars?
Yes.
So you know in the back to tank where you can mix and match the characters.
Don't remember.
You don't remember that?
Nope.
You could like create your own character in there. You make two of them. Anyway, you could like mix and match the bodies, the legs, the arms, and the heads to anything that you wanted. So if you wanted to put a Jar Jar head on a B1 battle droid body, you could totally do that. Anyway, so that's kind of like how his character is set up, is like he's got this piece attached to that piece. But anyway, we were starting off the session with rolling for initiative. And Ryan, because I probably, well, I'll just end up keeping track. So there is like a turn order thing that you can do with D20, or with not. Now you got me calling it D20 with Roll20. That when you select, you can, if you left click on your character, so it brings up all of the circles. And then you go to your character sheet, and then you roll for initiative. It'll bring it up as the turn order. But we're just going to keep it as just, I'm going to...
Which one of those circles would it be?
None of them. You just have to have them up.
Yeah, just click on your token and then roll initiative from your character sheet.
But you already rolled in
Well, I already
8.
rolled initiative. I got an 8, but... I messed that up.
Crit.
Sorry.
Second 20.
I did. I was like,
the least dexterous of us all is the fastest one.
Right, with the 0.
He's just responding faster this time.
sucks. Okay. Yeah, and we're just playing Frasia's character as just unconscious. And then, as always, Fenrir is going on your turn. Aurora is going at the same time. So, let's see here. Savaris, you see that... Oh, actually, before, like, the turn order starts, Aurora and I also believe Fenrir have a surprise round on these two guards up in the tower. So up in the tower, you see that there are what I'm just going to call pirate soldiers. These guys have they have fiber armor. You see that both of them carry a baton, which is just like a club, and they both wield blaster pistols.
Okay.
These guys have got a little bit more. They, because you would have seen also the pirates that were on the landing platform. These guys are a bit more armored than the rest.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna start with Fenrir attacking this first guy in front of us.
Oh my goodness! You crit, yet you hit. Yep.
You're not going to try to tell them about their Lord and Savior, Aurora?
That could be for later. You gotta show dominance first.
All right. And then I want to mark these here. Alrighty. So 14. Is that critical?
Yeah, that's with the crit.
That's with the crit. Nice. Okay. So that one's taking 14 points of damage. That guard, it like Fenrir like grabs a hold of it like by the torso and is holding it in its mouth and he's going and he's yelling and screaming in pain. Aurora, you have your surprise round.
I will force imbue my chakram and I will attack the same guard.
The same one. Okay. 24. Yeah, that hits. Yeah, 12. Yeah, he's dead. You got him. So what I'll actually do is he doesn't actually make any noise. It's just chomp and then quack with the chakram. But it's the other one that goes ah!
Then I'm gonna surround the other one and then that's my round.
Okay. Sounds good. Good surprise round. Yeah, with that, the Zack attack, it is your turn.
Oh man, K1, we gotta hurry up, get over K1. What in the
Safety protocols deactivated.
crap? All right, and then I'm going to run over there, and I wanted to see the distance. Do that. It's not the distance thing. There's the distance thing.
So that
Is
watchtower
there a
is
door?
also elevated.
Yeah,
You
so
do not see a door from your position.
Okay. What is this green box?
That's just an area that is overgrown that you think you would be able to hide in.
Oh. I am going to run up to here. Okay. And I'm gonna guess that if I use like the dash action, I can't jump.
If you want to make a jump, make an athletics or
Yeah, I don't think jumping works the
acrobatics
same as in Baldur's Gate. In regular D&D.
to. Well, what do you want to try to do?
I'm gonna try and leap onto the platform.
Onto the platform? Yeah, I would say like you get a running head start. Make an athletics check for me. 4. You you
That was a critical fail.
right.
Your head is
Uh,
now open.
right. So you make the jump, and some of the foliage is a little bit too thick on your run there, and you actually fall prone just before you make the jump. So you're like right there on the edge, but you didn't attempt the jump. You didn't even get the chance to make the jump. But you are now prone.
Oh, that wasn't a good idea. Oh god. Okay, maybe round 2. And that will be my turn.
Okay. You hear like, what we'll say as you're running, you hear the screaming and go ah, and it distracts you just enough to that you trip and fall, and the other pirates that are in the area, they all turn their heads towards the watchtower, and they see a glowing figure and a massive dog, and they're like, "What's that dog doing up there? Yeah, look at that dog." And they
For
have
that
their
moment.
like fusion cutters and grinding wheels and just their other tools that they have on them for disassembling the ship. And there's even one of them that's carrying a crate that just drops it, and he pulls out his pistol, and he's gonna take a shot at you, Aurora. For 15.
Let me check that. I think that meets.
Is that opened on that side?
Alright, I'm gonna reflect it.
Okay.
I don't need to roll it because I only need a 1.
You only need one. Okay. So the shot rings out from one of the pirates there on the landing platform, and your wings, or you block it with your weapon, and the shot misses. Um, well, that one there is gonna go. The one that is hysterically yelling at his um, ally that just got chomped to bits and then bonked over the head. He's gonna take a swing at you. That misses with a 5. And then another one from the platform. Um, we'll say I'll start marking some of these guys, so they're different colors in case if you guys want to target individual ones, you can do so. And then we'll mark this one yellow, and we'll mark this one green. Several of these pirates, they drop whatever that they were concentrating on and start running towards the platform, and one of them is going to take a shot at you, Aurora, again. That time for 21. Does your reflect stay
definitely
up
hits.
throughout the round, or is it per attack?
No, it's 1 attack.
Okay.
And it uses my reaction.
Okay. You take 3 points of damage.
Yeah.
And with that, it is Savaris' turn. Right, no, my bad. Lucian's turn. Got it mixed up.
Okay. Sorry. This whole time, all this has been going on. I've been trying to figure out some stuff. Okay. I'm going to. Lucian is going to.
You just got done trekking through the jungle, and you come across a small opening while running along one of the cliff sides, and you see Savaris face plant into the dirt, and Aurora and Fenrir are nowhere to be seen, and you hear a screaming individual coming from the tower.
I'm going to use my Leonine agility to double my movement speed
Okay.
And running, does running double your movement speed or what?
Um, no, you have your movement speed, and then your lean and agility, I believe, like increases it by something.
It doubles it.
Doubles it. So yeah, that's
You could dash and it'll double
yeah.
your speed again.
You can use your action to dash to go even faster.
Okay, so how do I do the little distance thing that you guys were doing?
Right. So on the left side, there is, you might have to press the arrows on the left, on the top left, but there should be a bunch of icons on the left-hand side, starting with like 3 bars at the very top, and a dice kind of towards the middle, and at the very bottom there's 2 swords. So in the middle there's a little rectangle, and if you put your cursor over it, it says measure. You click on it, it'll change into like a box with a circle in the middle, and then you just click drag and it will come up on the screen. So if you like click from your character to a point that you want to go, you can see how far away it is, and you can see if you can move that distance. You can also use
that to like cones and stuff too. Circles. Check out radiuses.
Okay, so
I'm
going to do that, and I'm going to move 50 feet over to Silvaris, and I'm going to help him up. And that will be my action.
I can say you could do that. You are no longer prone.
Lucian.
And then if you want to go back from measuring to moving, on the top left there's the select, which kind of looks like a, you know, the regular mouse cursor, and then you click drag on your character token on the map to wherever you want it at. Yeah.
Learning.
There you go. That's what it's about. Okay. That's everything that you're doing on your turn, correct?
I want to say something. And he says, Lucian, I say, why are you on the ground? Did you fall? And I look up.
Yeah, something like that. Took a little bit of a spill there. Where did you come from?
Where's our deity? What do you mean, where did I come from? I came from the town.
I thought you were out cold. Or else I would have just brought you with.
Yeah, I overindulged.
Anyway, the minor god's inside the tower. Oh, my back.
As soon as those words coming out of your mouth, 2 more pirates come into the tower through the door that is that's right here, and they are going to attempt to take les shots at Fenrir, because it is big and scary. That is unnatural 20.
Okay.
And the second one is 16.
Both hit.
Okay. That is 4 and 2, so a total of 6 points of damage. Okay. As they both storm into the tower, breaking down the door. I suppose then I could also reveal, as they come in through the door, this area here. And Aurora, it is your turn.
Okay. Let me look at my options here. I got this spell, but I forgot what it does. Well, that's in a line. I don't think that'll work. Yeah. So, leave what I want to do. Oh, I can't do that. I don't have a second one. Okay. I am going to, I guess, start with Fenrir.
Okay.
He's going to attack the one in between me and him.
Okay, you can do so. 24, that definitely hits. Going to roll damage. 9, okay.
And I will follow up attack.
$23, that also hits, yes. 11, that is just enough to kill it.
Ooh.
So another bite bonk combo with the Fenrir Chakram, and that one is Dunzo.
Then we will move around this guy. And that's my turn.
Okay. You hear what sounds like several footsteps from down below are quickly approaching, and I would say, line of sight with Fenrir, you would be able to see down over this ledge here. We'll just reveal this area here, this area here. We'll just go something like that. As several of them come running up, kind of funneling themselves a little bit. But one of them kind of does stay back. We'll say this, the pink one in the back is going to try to take some pot shots at you. That is a 23 to you,
That
Aurora.
is.
And it does 4 points of damage. The blaster, little light pistol rings out. Pachoo, pachoo! And a couple of shots land. Let's see here. That it is Savaris' turn. Freshly picked up by your ally, what would you like to do?
I'm gonna turn to Lucian after hearing the gunfire. Come on, hurry! We have to get out of here. We have to get to Aurora. And then I am going to take the dash action to try and go around.
Okay.
Right about here. And is this considered like how you call it, like heavy terrain or whatever? You said it was heavy vegetation or something like that.
Yeah.
It was a good concealment.
Yeah. You can hide better in this area, but you also move a little bit slower.
So if I was 30, I'd be able
You can
to
move
go
another
about
15.
15.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so I will go. Oh, wrong one. Go about here. Am I in their line of sight?
Not yet. Peeking right around the corner, or if they were to go on top of the stairs, they could possibly see you. But right now, they do not. And then you are able to see into there. You're able to just barely see inside of the cave.
That's a cave.
Yep. As you kind of come around the rocks, and there's a bigger bush and a rock in the way, You kind of slink around, push some of the brush away, and there is an opening to your right. With that, the two soldiers that had come up to the platform are on top of the watchtower. Holstering their pistols, are going to bring out their batons and going to start. They're both going to focus on you, Aurora, this time, as opposed to splitting up their attacks. That is a 12 and a 13.
Both miss.
Okay. Let's see here. Those two, and then emerging from the cave, there are two pirates that come out, hearing the ruckus, and they both see you, Silvarus, skulking around, and you're like, "Hey, you're not supposed to be here," and they pull out their own blaster pistols and take shots at you. That one is a 7, and that's a natural 1. So shots fly out in your direction and strike the wall behind you, leaving behind scorch marks as you duck instinctually behind one of the rocks. With that, Lucian, it is your turn.
Okay. I am. How far up is this tower?
Believe we decided last time it was like 20 feet up. It's 10 feet up above the landing platform, so it's 20 feet up in the air. If you went to enter into the tower, it's going to take 20 feet of vertical movement.
Well, I have the tree climbing ability.
That you do.
Climbing 30 feet, advantage on strength throws. I can climb.
Okay.
So I'm going to climb up and over into the room.
Yeah, the hastily built watchtower has got some natural handholds that you're able to get into, and you successfully climb the tower.
Okay. And that's 30 feet. Now I'm in the room. Am I standing behind somebody who's alive?
Yes, you are. They are currently wielding a baton and are accosting, or attempting to accost, Aurora.
So I am going to attack. And I am going to I light my lightsaber, and
Ooh.
I am going to use the. I'll do that later. I'm just going to attack. See, I'm supposed to have a fighting style at this point, which can, but I'm not.
Right.
Get into that.
I got you. Go ahead and make an attack roll. A 7, a natural 1. That misses as the pirate goes to make a swing on Aurora. He doesn't have all that great form, and so he kind of swings wildly, and your lightsaber follows where he was, and now he's not there, as he's just kind of swinging.
Look who decided to wake up.
Let's see here. We're gonna have.
What do you mean? Been awake for a while now, I think.
A little late to the party.
You guys didn't even come get me.
Oh, we tried.
Alrighty. A couple of these pirates are going to come up over to the stairs, and then seeing that the other two guards were shouting and shooting at somebody over in the bushes, this one here is going to move up, see what's going on, And this guy here is going to move up and see what's going on as well, but only one of them peeks around and takes a shot at you. There's Solaris, and that is a 2, making that a 6 to miss. Even more shots ring out, and these ones get kind of close to your hands as you duck behind the rock. But you are still unscathed, and with that, Savaris, it is your turn.
As I'm standing on a body, I say, "You're trying to keep all the fun to yourself." That's what it is.
A smile just comes across my face. No words.
Okay.
You there, Zach?
Yeah, I'm sorry. I was trying to read some here. Indicate. All right. So, so what I'm going to do, start shooting at some range on this bastard. Maybe I should just, do I even have a item or a weapon?
Your disruptor pistol?
I'm looking for a melee weapon because we're really close for my disruptor pistol, or any kind of pistol at this close of range.
Mm-hmm.
You're still far enough for you not to have disadvantage.
I guess. All right. Yeah, I'll fire off my disruptor pistol at the red guy.
Okay. Gonna make an attack roll.
Han didn't have disadvantage, and he shot from across the table. That's well within 5 feet.
21, that definitely hits. Go ahead and roll damage.
Yay, two acid.
2 acid. Okay. As
And
the
Han
shot
first.
rings out from your pistol, it catches like his arm, and he's like, "What the heck? You have a..." And he's like starts to run away. He's got a disruptor.
And then I am going to use one of my, I think it's my superiority dice, to activate return fire, which basically allows me to have another action.
Okay.
And I am going to take a shot. Oh, he ran away. I will take a shot at the green guy.
Okay.
Or can I?
If you are going to shoot him from there, he is technically in cover. Like, you don't have a great line of sight on him.
Okay. And I'll shoot at this guy that I don't know what he is. He shot at me before.
Okay. You can do so. A 5, that misses. Mm-hmm.
It blindly strays off and hits the inside of the wall near the cave. That will be all I do on this turn.
Okay. Let's see here. We're gonna have the 2 soldiers that are up in the tower are gonna make attacks. They're both gonna target Aurora as they have decided to gang up on you. That is an 18 and a 10.
I will attempt to... Yeah, I'll try to deflect the 18.
Okay. Go ahead and roll.
I fail.
1. So as you go to bring your weapon up, their baton just slips past your defense and whacks you across the shoulder blade, dealing 6 points of damage.
Okay.
And then they have these two pirates here are going to one's going to tuck around this corner here. The other one below the tower. Oh, way right below the tower, but he's gonna hide on that corner there. And then another one's gonna take just a ranged shot from the ground at Fenrir for a natural 20, 24. That's 3, 4, 6 damage on the Fenrir. As one gains a lucky hit and scorches his fur. I hit the dog. I hit it.
That can't be good.
Lucian, it is your turn. You've seen that the pirate in front of you has just landed a pretty good hit on your ally.
I am going to cast Cloud Mind
Ooh.
on both the guys in the room. So 5d8s.
Okay.
Wait, my turn's been skipped.
No, you come after Aurora, or after Lucian.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
You rolled a 4 or something like that on the initiative, right?
Yeah, you got a 6.
No, quite that low, yeah.
So go ahead and roll. So there also is, if you can't do it from your character sheet, on the map screen on the left, at the bottom option is a die, and you can get it brings up a table. So you see it's like 5d8, so you can just click on the, follow the chart. The 5 is the amount, and then
It
you
threw
can
me
click
off
on the.
because the last round I went, then Ryan went, then Rebel went.
Yep. The surprise round. So 25. One of them manages to fall asleep. Which one would you like to have fall asleep? Right, that's the one that falls asleep, right? Yeah.
I would be trying to hit both of them, but the one in front of me.
Yep. Yeah, you didn't roll quite high enough to get both of them, but you do manage to get one. The one in front of you. Okay. See, as he lands the blow, he's kind of like, ooh. His arm kind of falls asleep, and it's like. And his other arm falls asleep, and then he's asleep.
Just crumpling to the ground.
Mm-hmm. He falls over.
Why is it? And I got one of my hands up towards my head, and I said, why is it me always saving you?
Who said I needed to be saved?
That hit looked pretty good.
Most hits look pretty good. As long as it's not enough, I'll be fine.
I think you have somebody behind you that needs your attention.
That's who I'm facing. You're behind me.
Yes,
you're talking over your shoulder.
Talk to your friend.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, listen to him. And he's going to disengage, and then he's going to take a tumble over the side to get out of the watchtower, and he takes 5 points of damage. But
he's
he's
running
there
like
at
he threw a
at the
grenade or
base.
something.
Did he just
take cover?
Was he? He just dove out of a 30-foot tower.
No, it's only 10.
It was 20 feet or 30 feet.
It's 20 from where you climbed, but 10
Yeah.
from where he just jumped off.
Mm-hmm. He didn't land with the most amount of grace, but he is out of there. That's all that he's doing on his turn. The one guy. Now, what is there? Is there a save at the beginning of each turn, or am I thinking
Nope.
of something different?
Remember, they have to be either woken up or
Minute.
take
Okay.
damage, or a
Right.
minute passes.
Okay. Well, I think that's it. Aurora, it's your turn. You just had a pirate distract you for a second, and then he was gone. 1 minute he was there, next gone, and you hear a
Yeah,
loud
I
thunk
will
below you.
move here next to the wall.
Okay.
And
And
I'm
announce that
going
the Lord and
to
Savior has arrived.
cast Enhanced Pyrokinesis, which hits in the 30-foot line.
Okay.
So I should be able to hit all three of these.
Mm-hmm. You can do so.
Let me pop it up in the thing.
Okay, it's a dexterity save. Okay.
But they take 3 damage. And make sure I put my damage for that to be
You
accurate.
just have a dexterity. Okay.
Yeah.
Nope. Nope. And nope. They all take the full damage.
Nice.
And it was 10. Okay. Nice.
10, yeah.
The one that had just, leapt to get away from you is he looks pretty hurt, to say the least. And
then I will
Are they on
cast
the
fire?
other ones that took 10 as well. Okay.
No, it doesn't leave them on fire. I don't think. Let me double check.
Don't see it.
Yeah, no.
It just does fire damage.
And then I will cast Sanctuary on myself.
Yes. Mm-hmm. That imposes disadvantage, right? Or they have to make a save.
They cannot attempt to target me unless they pass the save, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So the flames just shoot up, hit people, and then dissipate?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
They aren't strong enough to linger, but they scorch. You see, they start to pat themselves out real quick, and they yell out in pain.
Fenrir's gonna come cover behind me, and that's our turn. He's gonna take the dodge action.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sorry, I was trying to click on it to see what it was. I actually put it in chat.
Okay. A couple of the commotion outside is getting quite crazy, and the couple of pirates here are gonna continue to. Well, the one pirate's gonna take a shot at you. The one standing in a cave. For a natural 20.
Dang.
It's 1. Oh, I rolled double ones. Okay, so.
Lucky, lucky man.
Yep. So for a total of 4 damage.
Yeah. He rolled a natural 20 to hit you,
Yeah.
and then rolled 2 ones on the damage.
Yep. All right.
He did 4 damage, you said?
Yep, 4 damage. And then his buddy that was in front of him is going to charge up to you and is going to swing at you with their baton that they have. And that is only a 6. He comes up to you, he's like, "Whoa!" And he goes to do like a jabbing motion at you as you recoil from the damage. Then he said they had to make a wisdom saving throw.
Yeah, let me double check for you.
Well, I think regardless that one doesn't make it, and that one does because that's a 20. I'm both
wisdom.
extremes. I think it was a 14, I believe. Or no, that was a dexterity save. But one of them rolled a natural 20 for their wisdom, and is going to attempt to hit you, Aurora. for 4 points of damage.
What do you roll to hit?
A 20.
Oh yeah, I'm
Two.
not defending that.
Yeah, an 18. A 20 and then an 18. Rolling good. And then, that I believe it is Sylvaris' turn.
As this guy comes up to attack me, I'm going, and I deflected it. I'm going to use my bonus action to shove or to trip him.
Okay. Is that a save or is that a contested?
Yeah, it just says as my shield style, I can use a bonus action to try and shove or trip a creature with. So I guess you can make that contested if you want, or.
Let me look up shove action.
Well, which one are you doing? Are you tripping or are you shoving?
Tripping.
Alright, just look up trip attack and then.
Maneuver, trip attack. You expend 1 superiority die to attempt to knock the target down. You add the superiority die to the attack to... when you hit a creature with a weapon attack. So you need to make
Strength saving throw.
You need to make a...
I was gonna say the bonus action move that I'm doing just because of my style.
Okay.
The level 1 fighter thing. In fact, I put out the shield style that says
that is a 21.
I gotta beat a 21.
Mm-hmm.
With what, strength?
Yep.
Well, I don't think it's
7.
a contest. They just make a throw versus your DC.
Well, that's
Yeah, when you
he's
hit a
not doing the
creature
shove,
with
he's doing the trip, isn't he?
Yeah, you add your superiority die to attack's damage roll, and if the target is large or smaller, it must make a strength saving throw. On a failed save, you knock the target prone.
Well, if you got a 21, it doesn't matter. You got it no matter what.
Right.
So that didn't work.
Bonus action?
Yeah, that was my bonus action. So I am going to... Okay. Yeah, I think what I'm going to do is I am going to bash, or I'm going to attack him with the shield.
Oh, yep. Go ahead and make that attack roll.
Could put it in as an actual attack weapon. I do not have it inside. It's considered improvised, so what would that be? Improvised but proficient.
So you would take, you roll the
There's
d20.
Light and fixed weapon properties. Light shields are considered to have the light and fixed weapon properties.
Mm-hmm. So you roll the d20, plus if it's the light, that should be dexterity, plus your proficiency. If you said you were proficient.
Yeah. So I got a 19.
Yep, that definitely hits. Go and roll damage.
Which is what, a D4 for improvised or whatever?
I believe so. Yes, improvised weapon should be. I mean, because it is your shield, I believe it's a D4. But I think otherwise, if it's like just a random improvised weapon, like a
put that in as something.
truly improvised weapon, I think it's only like 1 damage, but 2. Okay, plus your dexterity, so 4.
Which is, I don't have any dexterity. So
Alright, so then it's just 2.
It would have been, yep.
Alright. Gotcha.
And that'll be my turn.
Alrighty. Let's see here. Green and the red. I'm gonna go next. Green one's gonna come up to the top of the stairs and see what his friend was exclaiming about with that he's got a disruptor pistol. And seeing you, and he's go, oh, it's just one guy. Yeah, I'll take a shot. That is for a 17.
Towards me?
No,
No,
towards
me.
Sylvaris.
So,
Because he's got the
17?
disruptor pistol.
Yeah, that hits.
For 3 points of damage.
I got distracted. My team won their series in the finals.
Very nice.
Okay. Gotcha. That is that one. Gonna have. Right, so he's on round 2, so he's got 8 more rounds of being asleep. I'm gonna have this one here. He's gonna kind of skulk around and see what's going on around this side of the platform, trying to get away from you. And yeah, I want
I'm
to
back.
make that sit. Well, it's a good thing you're back because it is now your turn.
Okay, I am going to coup de grace, just take my saber and turn it upside down and stab the guy on the ground through the head. And I'm
Yeah,
gonna say I hate pirates.
you can easily do that. He's knocked out.
And I say I hate pirates, and then I make my way out the door.
Okay, you
5, 10,
you
15.
exit out of the door, and there is the back of another pirate. As you just get done saying you hate pirates, there is in fact another one in front of you.
I don't have any more. Do I have a bonus action? Hold on.
Yeah.
Let's see.
You've used an
I
action
do?
and like 10 foot of your movement.
So can I? Do I make another attack as a bonus action? What kind of bonus actions we got here?
If I remember correctly, I think you got like you can do your unarmed strike, or maybe I'm thinking of somebody else.
Can you
Another one.
shove?
That is.
Yeah, you're thinking of Rafal.
No. I have Ideal of the Contender. Your unarmed strike decrease damage.
Oh.
Additionally, as a bonus action, you can manifest this Ideal for a brief surge of energy. For the next minute, your unarmed strikes count as enhanced for the purpose of overcoming resistance and immunity to enhanced attack.
Yeah, but you can use one as a bonus
You don't
action
have
when
that.
you attack as your main action.
That's the monk thing.
Oh yeah, okay.
Yeah, regular. Yeah, you don't have that.
Can I just attack with my with my other hand?
It says
You've already done an action this turn.
Okay. My current hit points should be 19.
Okay.
Total
See
hit
here.
dice 3.
Gonna have.
So that's my turn.
Does that sanctuary? What's the duration on that? Or was
10
there a duration?
turns.
10. Okay.
Oh, speaking of, because I did get a hit.
Uh.
I gotta do a con save to keep it.
Mm-hmm. You need to beat a 10 because, I mean, you didn't do 20 damage.
Wow. I'm blowing my inspiration.
Okay. Nope.
Oh.
Sorry.
Alright, well, yeah, that's down.
So 2 of the pirates that are kind of over by the transport, they've got a little bit of an angle on you. They're gonna take some shots. Oh, well, that's only a 12. That misses. Oh, but that is a 15.
Reflect it.
Man, okay. With that, Jordan, it is your turn. You're up next.
Okay. I'm gonna pop a back there.
Alrighty. I believe that is your hit die plus Constitution.
Yeah.
Okay. 6 dice.
And does that take my action or bonus?
I believe that is an action.
Yeah.
I got a question.
I'm gonna sanctuary myself again.
Okay. Yeah, what's up?
The pirate that I am standing behind, that his back is to me, is he aware of my presence?
I would say no. He's focused on Silvaris down below. Right?
Henry can move beside Lucian
Okay.
and do his thing.
Mm-hmm.
Ravage this pirate from
Tactic.
behind.
23. That hits. Gonna roll damage. 9.
9.
Nice.
And that's my turn.
Cool, cool. Alright.
May not be aware of me, but he's aware something is tearing into him.
Right. As Fenrir goes to chomp on that pirate, he does let out a and goes to try to like he's got a vibro dagger. He's gonna try to like a chop at Fenrir to basically let go of him. For a 18.
Yes.
Okay. 2 points of damage. Minimum damage. He's just trying to hack and slash, barely cuts around its snout, but nothing super dangerous.
Why is there a red line on the map still? It says 45 feet, 9 squares.
Oh, sometimes it is something with the website. I think if you just refresh it, it'll go away, but sometimes the website does that. It'll linger. Oh yeah, that's another thing too. It might be because you can do with the measure. You can tell it to stick around.
What just happened? I heard something on the PlayStation.
That was Jesse DCing because he.
Oh yeah, because we never swapped over to the live chat, I guess.
Right.
Let's see here. So Aurora, that was your turn, and that one attempted to attack. This one here, not seeing any targets, is going to move up and come around to the corner of the tower. And seeing a big old pupper up there, is gonna let out a and take a shot as his hand kind of shakes. For a 14 to Fenrir.
It meets.
Ooh. For 3 points of damage.
This might be it, boys.
Pop, pop, da pop, pop. With that, it is Savaris' turn. You hear screaming pirate behind you and shooting pirate in front of you and swinging pirate in front of you as well.
Yes, swinging pirate in front of me. I'm gonna try and use my bonus action to shove him away.
Okay.
Now, is that one considered a contested thing instead of the save that you had to do before?
Okay. Rolled a total of 10. It's contested.
Or what, like athletics?
Yeah.
It's just strength. I
Nice.
also got that.
You have a higher dexterity or strength, whichever one it is. Strength. So you do win. You win in the end. So does he? How far does he get pushed back?
I think it's 5 feet.
Okay.
Double check. I'll just go with 5 feet.
Okay.
I'm out of disadvantage range, right?
Right.
For him?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So he kind of stumbles backwards. He's able to maintain, like, you pushed him just enough to, to move his feet and to physically move him backwards, but not enough to, like, have him trip and, like, fall over. But he is no longer up in your face.
Alright, and then I'm going to turn my disruptor pistol on him, and I am going to take a shot right at the guy right in front of me.
Light him up. And you... An 11 to hit? That just misses. By a little bit.
Alright, and then I will use my other superiority dice for the return fire ability.
Mm-hmm.
And fire again.
Come on now. Miss.
12 misses.
Mm-hmm.
Alright. And I'll use my action surge
Oh,
to fire again.
Mm-hmm. There you go. That one hits.
Oh! There we go. That's dirty, isn't it?
6.
That's not a crit.
Yeah.
It was.
Oh. That's a total. Oh. So, how does your disruptor pistol work again?
If it drops him to 0, he disintegrates, along with anything that's not considered an enchanted item.
So, what he thought was an advantageous position in trying to get in your face has quickly turned dusty, and he is no longer there. I'm just gonna delete him. He doesn't even get X'd out. He's gone. He barely even gets a yell out by the time that the damage is done. And it's just silence coming from that direction.
Alright, which one's next? I'll end my turn. Let's see, that was probably quite a bit. I'm gonna have to...
So yeah, you took 3 shots there. So I think you've taken...
I think I'm gonna have to reload
8.
here.
I think you've taken 8 so far, 8 or 9.
Yeah, I think on
So
the next thing I'm gonna have to reload.
You're gonna need to reload, which you've got plenty of pistor energy cells. Okay. Well, I can cross him off. He ain't around anymore. That's for sure. Seeing his friend get disintegrated. And nope. And yep. Okay. So the one in towards the entrance of the cave, seeing his friend just evaporate in front of him, he goes, "No, Jake! Die!" And he takes a couple of shots at you. And I don't know. Oh, Ooh, ooh, ooh. That was a natural 20. That was dirty.
Ooh.
That was dirty, dirty smurdy.
Who is
For
this at?
2 and 5.
I think it's me.
At the one that that just disrupted his friend, you take 5 points of damage as he
How dare
shoots
you
at you.
disrupt my friend's life?
You see as he like grits his teeth. You take 5 points of damage.
Oh, ah. It's starting to turn fuzzy.
The other one that was like freaked out from your disruptor pistol earlier, he's even more freaked out and he runs back to the ship. Okay. With that, Lucian, it is your turn.
Okay, so
Yep,
does
it's your turn.
Fenrir look healthy, or is he all kind of like bloody and whimpering? And
He is going through it.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Without the need of a medicine check or anything, he looks very badly hurt.
I'm going to walk over to him, which
Okay.
is still within 5 feet of the other pirate,
Mm-hmm.
and I am going to do a second level.
Oh, snap. Getting big around here.
Right.
How do I implement that?
So
Force power.
when on your character sheet,
There we
you
go.
have a section called powers,
Mm-hmm.
and when you select what ability you're going to do, it's going to pop up with a prompt back at the map screen, I believe. It's going to prompt you what level you want to cast it at, like if you want to upcast it. But you could also just say that you
I mean, here you can
upcast
read it. It's just 2d8 instead of 1d8.
Mm-hmm.
2d8 plus 4.
Nice.
Or no.
Nice.
Does it work under... It's a light spell. So 2d8 plus... Let me find which one I use.
It'd be your wisdom. If it's light.
2d8 plus 2. So you
2.
got 11 points of health back.
Nice.
You see as some of the wounds start to close up around the scorched fur, Fenrir stands a little bit more confidently.
It's okay, boy. It's okay. You're gonna die. As I turn and look at the pirate.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Is that all you do on your turn?
That's my turn.
Okay. The one that you just told that it was gonna die, he says, "Not today," and he is going to disengage and also take a tumble out the side to try to get away.
Yeah, I thought you were gonna say, he's like, the one you just said he's about to die, says, I'm fucked!
Not today, and takes a little tumble over the side.
Not
And
by
takes...
but not by your hands. It activates a grenade.
Oh, darn it. He takes 3 points of damage as he tumbles over the side, and
Is he prone?
you know what? Yes, I rolled for it. He didn't make the save. He rolled a 9. He needed a 10 to stick the landing. But so he is prone in the bushes. You see him. Let's see here. So that was that one. Gonna have the guy, this one here that marked in orange, is gonna come around the corner and sees the big scary dog and a cat, and it kind of just takes a moment to be like, what is happening on this planet? And takes a shot at you, Lucian, for a 19 to hit.
I am going to use my reactionary force ability. Where's it at? Gotta find it.
Oh, was it your
It's
deflect?
deflection.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't remember what I gotta roll because I can't even find
Deflections,
it.
you roll a d4.
Okay, is it under powers? Oh,
It
it's
should
not.
be in your level 1
Feats?
spells, I believe. Unless you didn't put them there, which I know you had trouble with your character sheet before.
Yeah, I didn't put it because it's not a spell; it's a feat or ability.
Yeah, I can pull it up for you since I have the same thing.
Okay, so
I'll
just
just put it
roll
in the
a
chat.
d4.
Yeah.
Yeah, now that you are on the
There you
computer,
go, put it
you
in the
can
chat.
really trick out your character sheet and get it fine-tuned.
Add it to AC. I got a 4! 4 added to my AC, which turns my AC to... It might not matter. It might not matter. No!
No,
It does
20.
matter. 20.
Nice.
Wink.
So the blaster bolt, either by luck or the force, the blaster bolts that get shot towards you are easily deflected. With that, Aurora, it is your turn.
I'm going to fly on over, and then I'm going to touch the chains on Fenrir and animate them.
Oh?
I'm using animate weapon. So now they are a weapon that I can control.
Oh boy. Okay.
Oh,
And
the shenanigans that are about to be opened.
Uh-huh.
I'll put the thing in the chat, I guess.
Talk about a traditional character. Not.
I almost killed his wolf. I kind of expected some kind of retaliation out of him.
There we go. I just got the whole second level thing. This first time I got that. Like asking what tier I want to cast it at. It never showed up before.
Alrighty, nice. The chains that were once just kind of dangling now seem to take a mind of their own as they sway back and forth around them.
And I'm gonna whisper to Fenrir, say cut loose. And then Fenrir is gonna run down here, and I'll follow behind him.
Okay.
And he's going to attack.
Where is it? There it is. You get your first glimpse into the cave. You come down this way. 10 misses.
I'll let me make a thing for this.
Does he get a
weapon real
plus
quick.
2 for flanking?
I don't do a plus
No,
2
I think you're
either
thinking
way.
about Pathfinder. For
I thought Fenrir had an ability where he
He has advantage. He doesn't have a plus.
he gets advantage as opposed to just plus 2
So
with
did you
flanking.
get a roll twice?
Yeah.
Yeah,
The 10 and the 9.
Real good.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so it's 1d8. Plus
So
4 for the damage.
Yeah, Pathfinder will forever bleed out of my brain. I can't help it.
that's alright. I started playing
And the chains will attack from Fenrir.
14. Oh, that
meet?
just meets.
Nice.
14 is the armor class on the guy. Oh,
I think that was max damage. No, it was close to max.
close to max damage. 10. Oh yeah, that one's yep. He's done. You got him. What do the chains do to kill him?
The chains wrap around him, and then like a bladed point after it wraps around inserts into his heart and rips it out.
Oh snap! Stupid Dog! Ugh, and he's dead.
And then I'll use the rest of our movement to just move back up the stairs a little bit. And
Okay.
that's my turn.
Alrighty. Oh, man.
We are one.
You indeed are. You no longer see over there. And I guess, well, technically Lucian is still up top there, so you're able to see the landing platform still. Right, so that was your turn. Yeah. The one guy, he's going to slink down the platform. Let's see here how well he does. Oh yeah, he's good. And he's gonna just run off into the distance. Well, I'm just gonna put him down here, but he's no longer in combat. Runs away. Let's see here. We'll go with this guy here. He's gonna stand up and to follow suit, but he doesn't make it nearly as far. With that, it is Savaris' turn. Zach.
Yeah, sorry, I was checking this out. I am going to move. I'm still in this dense vegetation, so trying to see how far I can move out. I could be right about there.
Yeah. Seeing around that corner.
Yeah, so I'm gonna turn and run out around that corner. Get off. There we go. And then I'm going to try and take a shot at this purple one right here.
Okay, you do so. $13 misses.
Okay.
Also, you need to reload.
Oh yeah, and actually, so I don't get to do that. Yeah.
I think you can use your bonus action to reload.
Right, but I wouldn't be able to because I'm going to use my bonus action for my second wind.
Okay. So you can step out into this kind of natural hallway that's here in the base, and you regain 11 hit points.
Good deal. And then I would just use my main action to reload the gun.
Okay, you do so. Anything else on your turn?
No.
Okay. The one guy that was shooting at you is like, "How dare you not face me, you coward!" And takes another. He's gonna shoot at you as you ignore him and walk away. Oh, for only 12 to hit.
I deflect it with my Gungan shield.
Yeah, you see, like, there's probably like tears forming in his eyes, so it's kind of hard for him to see. And then the pink pirate here that got marked, he's gonna take a shot at you. For what was that? 15.
15 beats.
Ooh.
If it meets, it beats.
And does 3 points of damage. Takes another shot at you. And is also going to back up and is kind of taking cover behind a part of the ship. With that, it is Lucian's turn.
I, Lucian, am going to use improved saber throw.
Oh, snap.
Zero
So
feet.
make a ranged force attack.
What do I get to roll for that?
It's gonna be a D20 plus your force casting ability.
Okay, so D20 plus 4. And you said there's a little die on the left-hand side?
Yeah. On the left hand side, there's gonna be a D20 there.
15 plus 4, so 19.
Oh, yeah, that definitely hits. Roll damage.
Okay, damage is a 1. What does it
Should
say?
be 2d8.
2d8. Okay. Eight. 10
10?
damage there.
Yeah,
And
yep,
then
he's dead.
Okay, never mind.
Yep.
It doesn't have to make the saving roll.
Yeah, that tumble that he took hurt a little bit more than he thought. But yeah, as your saber flies through the air, and it basically cuts him off at the knees, and he tumbles and doesn't get up as he face planted in a very similar fashion to what Silvaris had done at the beginning of the encounter.
And I nonchalantly catch my lightsaber as it comes back to me and turn to make my way down the stairs, seeing it obstructed by several friends.
Yes.
Can't move my character. Oh, I got the
You,
measuring stick on.
yep, you got to go back to the select tool on the top left.
So I will go into this room. I think 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. I'll go there.
Okay. You look over, you can see the entirety of the landing platform from there. With that...
And I say, surrender or die. As I hold my hands out, lightsaber lit.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of like I'm addressing an audience.
You see directly below you, there are two pirates that both yell up to you, and they shake their blaster pistols, "Death!" And they both take shots at you. One for a 9, and the other one for a 13.
Both miss.
The blaster bolts come flying towards you, and you're able to safely deflect them, leaving no damage done to you. Savaris, it is your turn. You see, there's a couple of pirates that are shooting up towards the tower. There's one of them that which you can't see, which is the one that marked in yellow. That one's around the corner.
I'm gonna turn my head back to the guy who's tearing up.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you shouldn't have been bandits, then, should you? And I'm just gonna walk back towards the purple one. I'm gonna walk up about 10 feet.
Okay.
And I'm going to take a shot at that purple one with the disruptor.
Yo, you skipped my turn.
Oh, yeah, yep.
Oh, my bad.
Yep,
Aurora,
because he's got to go through his turn. Yep, it's Aurora's turn.
Skipped it. Sorry.
My bad.
Doesn't know what he's gonna do. Alright, Soares, it's your just messing.
I'm going to fly around over here.
Oh, okay.
And let me check the distance on this. Yep, then Shimmer is going to waltz up as well. And we're going in.
Alrighty. 18 definitely hits. Roll damage. 8. Nice.
And chain attack.
22 hits. And 5. It's like, what is going on? Ooh!
Then I will attack them.
$14 just hits. And 5. He was looking very badly injured.
I don't think I have any source of extra damage. That's my turn.
Alrighty. It's the pirate that was tearing up in the entrance of the cave. He's like, "Face me, you coward! Do it!" And he closes his eyes at this point, and he's just like, "Ugh," and he shoots. Well,
He what, shoots at disadvantage?
yes. For 8. So some shots, like, basically they fly off into the sky. They dissipate into nothingness. Um, and the I think that's it. The red one here, yeah, I forgot about this red one here. Red one's going to take a couple of shots at Aurora and see if he hits. Well, nope, because that's a natural 1. A couple of shots, like trying to avoid, hitting his ally, ends up just shooting the wall behind you instead. Now it's Sylvaris' turn.
So as I turn my head and I tell him that he shouldn't have been bandits. And now I'm going to walk up 10 feet.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, where'd I go? Okay, there.
You're on the other side of the shoe.
The thing always does this. I think it's got to be something with the mouse. I'm not entirely sure. Anyway. So I move up 10 feet, and then I'm going to take a shot at that purple one. Well,
5?
That was a 5.
Miss.
Oh, come on. Tell me that guy's got better than a 5? I used that. And then that will be my turn.
Mm-hmm. For those, I think everybody's in earshot of this one. The pirate that's tucked behind the front of the transport pulls out a comm link and says, "We've been ambushed. We need help out here now. We can't fight them all." And he yells that into the comm link, and then takes a shot at Lucian,
Which guy's yelling this?
the guy behind the transport, the pink one.
Red
Yep.
or pink? Okay, pink.
For a 21.
21 hits.
For 3 points of damage.
Okay.
That, I believe it is Lucian's turn, right? Yeah. Yep.
Okay. I am going to do a saber throw at the guy below me.
Okay, you can do so.
So, roll a d20.
4. Even with all the
4.
bonuses or whatever, that still misses.
Well, I was going to be cool and throw it and then climb down and then catch it as I landed. But apparently I threw it, climbed down, and I caught it and didn't hit shit. Didn't hit
Okay.
nobody.
I would say because you get your clack claws and everything, and your thing is being all acrobatic and everything, you're able to get down the tower with minimal effort.
It's only 10 feet.
Mm-hmm. You land like a cat on your feet.
I throw my saber. I slide down, claw, grating against
Mm-hmm.
the side of the wall. I hit my boots. I catch the saber back and realized I didn't hit anybody with it.
Okay.
And that's my turn.
Ready? It is then
Sweating
going. It is going to be that pirate's turn that you just tried to attack, and seeing that you're, just throwing your weapon around willy-nilly, you're like, ugh, and he like holsters his pistol real quick, and he lunges at you with a fiber dagger.
Okay,
For
yeah,
an actual
pistol.
20.
Okay.
So, that's a 4. And another 4 for a total of 9 damage. You rolled max damage.
Okay.
Come here, kitty, kitty. And he like hits you like way more than you thought he was going to.
I'm not looking good. I think he broke a rib.
Your insides start to threaten to become outside. It is then top of the round again, and you see coming out.
If Lucian just went, then Aurora should be going.
Oh, my bad. Yep. I keep skipping over you, Jordan. I don't know why. But yeah, Aurora, it's your turn.
Fenrir's gonna attack the guy in front.
Okay. Make an attack roll. He's looking really hurt. Yeah, that hits. Yep,
6.
he's dead.
Then we will
And
move
technically
over to
he can.
the red. Yeah, he has an extra attack now because he killed someone.
Mm-hmm.
So he will do that.
And that was just with his claws. And a crit. Nice. Okay, roll damage. 15. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's literally his. Yeah.
Oh, he's dead? Okay.
He has 15 hit points. Like his max HP is 15. So yeah, he's done.
Let's see how much more movement he has.
You still have your
yeah.
chain attack, right?
Yeah, I do.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
20,
And his
then
character's attack.
10. Oh, he has enough movement.
Yeah, you can sneak around the transport and have your chains. They have a reach, don't they? Is it like a reach of 5, or they have like a range of 5 or
20
something
feet
like
or
that?
something like that.
Chains as a weapon, yes, but I don't know if the spell I used to make them a weapon
All right, for the
has
sake of
that, like,
balancing,
When you
no.
use this power, you can cause this weapon
Yeah,
to move
but I
up
mean,
to
I have
20
enough
feet.
movement to reach.
No,
When you
it's
use
just
this
5
power,
feet. It's powerful.
Here,
We're gonna keep it at
hear
5
me out, hear me out.
feet.
When you use this power, you can cause this weapon to move up to 20 feet and
Well,
make a melee force attack.
it's
But
attached
they're
to Fenrir
connected.
though,
Yeah,
so
it's attached. So, but the movement is because it usually would act separately and just levitate,
mhm,
but I have it. It's chained to him, and it can't be
mhm.
unbound.
Okay,
Somebody's knocking on the
so
door. I'll be right back.
you're in range. Go ahead and make an attack roll with the chains. 17, that hits. I believe this guy's already been damaged a little bit.
12.
Yeah, he took a little bit of damage earlier, and he is donezo. You see as he falls to the ground, he drops his comm link and blaster pistol, and he crumples to
Right.
the floor.
Then with Aurora, I'm gonna pick up his comlink and Radion's like, um, sorry, that was a false alert. False alert. We are all good. I like to try to deceive them into believing nothing's wrong.
Make a deception check at disadvantage, because you don't sound anything like the pirate.
Where is it? There it is.
Yeah, in 11, no. They're like, darn it,
Fucking
they
plus
got
5.
they got
Oh
Jeremy.
my gosh.
They got to him. Quick, get out there. And with that, it's the top of the round, and come pouring out of the hideout, which I guess you guys now have line of sight of. So let me reveal this area here again.
Okay, I'm back. What did I miss?
Everything.
Everything just got a whole lot worse. There
For the
are
pirates.
4 more pirates that come into at least Aurora's view, as he tried to deceive them to keep them from, making them think it was a false alarm, but failed. And 4 more pirates start pouring out of the cave. Let's see here. I'd say, yeah, you get a high enough passive perception. I'd say you'd be able to hear, between Aurora trying to deceive and hearing the comlink before, you would notice that there's more pirates coming in from the cave. I will mark
Okay.
this as well, so that way we know. I'm gonna leave Red. The red guy is the guy that's like afraid.
Well,
I
X-I'll be
thought he
the
got
other one by
killed.
the ship.
Yeah, the
Oh,
one by the
yep,
ship's
forgot
dead.
about that one. Yep, I gotcha.
We're amongst dead things. There's nothing living. Well, technically there's one, but not for long.
Okay. Alrighty. Back at top of the initiative. Savaris, it is your turn.
Um, looking for double or two-handed.
Also, happy Star Wars Day for you
Happy
guys.
Star Wars Day.
What?
Ooh. It's
What
May
does that
4th.
mean?
May the 4th. May the 4th. May the 4th be with you.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay, well, I can worry about that later. I am going to take a shot at the purple one as he is sitting there attacking Lucian.
Mm-hmm. You miss. A shot barely whizzes by Lucian as he is kind of doubled over from the pain from being almost gut open, and the shot just goes completely wide over his head.
Damn it. I'll run up to him and then I will shove him.
Okay. That's the contested one, right?
I believe that's the one that can be contested. I can look it up real quick.
Okay. You need to beat a 15 if it is contested.
Just saw this. Just blew it. Alright, we'll just go with the contested.
Okay. Nope. You go up and you go up to like kind of shoulder shove him, and you end up just kind of colliding into him, and you kind of get locked into each other in combat. He doesn't budge.
Stay off my friend! So struggling with this guy. That'll be all my turn.
Okay. Alrighty. It is then the guy that you just shoved. It's gonna be his turn, and he's like, he like stops the thing. He's like, why is he fighting hand to hand? I have a knife, and is going to take a swing at you, for a unnatural 20.
Okay, that hits.
For 2 points of damage.
Okay.
Righty. Then it is the guy who's currently got his eyes closed. Well, there's a 2. Let's see if he rolls a 1. Nope. More shots just keep kind of ringing out, and at this point he puts the gun down and he's like all distraught. And then this guy here is going to run up past and be like, "What's the matter with you? Keep going!" And is going to keep moving up. And with that, Ryan, it's your turn. Or Lucian.
Alright. I am going to sorry, I was trying to look this up beforehand because I don't have everything on my character sheet. I'm going to attack
Mm-hmm.
and then roll a kinetic die if I hit.
Okay. Let's see if you do so.
Let me find my character sheet. There we go. Oh!
Yeah. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Roll that damage.
I'm doing a double strike.
Oh. Okay.
Huh. Good thing I'm rolling a double strike.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
That's pretty bad.
Yeah. Double strike. Roll a kinetic die and deal additional damage of the same type equal to the amount rolled. So D4.
So you're at 3.
D4.
Up to 7.
6.
Nice.
7.
That is just enough to kill him. He's done.
I'm glad you got it done because that was one of the worst crit rolls
I
I've ever
grit
seen
my
in my
teeth.
life.
Yeah, I crit and then barely did any damage.
Mm-hmm.
I grit my teeth. There's kind of blood coming out of my mouth, and I stab him with my lightsaber full thrust and pull it back out.
Nice. He like crumples over and he drops the vibro dagger as he falls to the ground.
Dude, I have a whole ability I've had for so long and forgot I had.
Welcome to my world, because it's not on my character sheet.
Alright. This guy here is gonna come rolling up. Right behind him.
Or it's on my character sheet, but it's not all the way completed. Like Ideal of the Fighter, or Ideal of the Contender.
And then this one here's gonna come up and
Well, at
it's
least now
going
you can just go in and copy paste.
sight down and target friend rear.
Damn, he's
So
got some range, huh?
Let me hold on. Did I write down the range? I did not.
And
Let
I've
me
never
see. I want to
used
see how
Led by
how
the
far it is.
Force.
100 feet. I don't remember off the top of my head. Has a range of 50 over 200, so you can make the roll at a disadvantage. He's gonna do that. That's a unnatural 20 and a 19 to friend rear. Right?
Jeez.
Yeah.
Alright, he gets it.
3 points of damage. Minimum damage.
You really just have like a vendetta against my characters. Because you roll insane versus me.
Mm-hmm,
and
I
then
have
you
been.
miss everyone
I don't-
else.
No.
No,
He hit me.
no.
No, you don't completely miss, but you know, it hasn't been
Yeah.
nearly
Well,
as bad.
I've critted against Sylvaris
I,
and Lucian and
I went from
Fenrir.
16 HP to 7 in one move.
Yep. Okay. Aurora, it's your turn.
I'm gonna move up to this wall.
Okay.
Back. Remember, past turn.
Alrighty. It is then going to be this guy's turn. He's gonna step up to there. And he's going to hold his action for a better shot. Savaris, it is your turn.
Okay. To actually zoom in more. Okay. So I'm gonna move up right here, and I'm going to take a shot at that green one.
Okay, you can do so. 22.
Natural 20.
Nice.
That hits. 4 points of damage
4.
on the green one. Okay. As you step into frame, the one that was the pink one that's hiding in the back, he's gonna take a shot, and that should be at disadvantage, right? Yes, disadvantage. So, well, he rolled what is that? 15 and a natural 20. So 15.
15 beats.
Okay.
Means it beats.
And does 3 points of damage.
Oof.
Um,
And then I will end my turn.
Okay. Gotcha. It's the red guy's turn again, and at this point he's kind of slumped down and his back is against the wall. He is kind of just sitting there, just contemplating his life, just going, Jack, you're gone. And that's all he does. It is in the green guy's turn. He's going to come up around the corner here, and is going to just kind of just really blind fire just around the corner. You see just a hand and a blaster pistol. And that misses with a 10. Yeah, with a 10. It is then Lucian's turn.
I am going to another force power. I am going to not move, but I am going to use
Heal.
So 1d8 plus 2.
Okay. Yep. 7, 9
points of health, which will
Good
really
stuff.
help me. I just reached for my phone to edit my character. Gosh dang.
No, put it down. Okay.
So that puts me at what? 9, 7, 16. Okay.
Nice.
Wounds start to close up. I still got blood where it was bleeding and blood running down my face. And that is going to be my turn.
Alrighty. The blue one here, it's his turn. He is going to he's gonna move up just in front of the green one and come here, and he's kind of on the stairs. But he's also able to just kind of peek out around the corner and takes a couple of shots from the cover. That's a unnatural 20 to use Sylvaris. And you take 2 points of damage. Minimum damage.
Okay.
Let's see, that was the blue one. Orange one.
Start to stagger back a bit.
Mm-hmm.
Hurt.
Yep, disadvantage as well. Still from all the way back there. Ha! Nope, that was only a 9. It seems like you've attracted a lot of fire towards your direction, and it is now Aurora's turn. Jordan.
I'm gonna move here.
Okay.
Then I'm gonna throw my chakram at the blue one.
Okay, you can do so. Make an attack roll.
And beforehand, let me read this again. Because I am a master at fighting with a single weapon in hand.
Mm-hmm.
Mastered or just using the fighting style?
Yeah, it's a fighting duelist style.
Because there's a difference between mastered
Yeah,
and just
but
using the
I'm
style.
just flavor texting.
Okay.
He studied the blade.
So I can either make I'll just throw it in here.
Mm-hmm.
It'll let me.
I think the blade studied him.
I either make a dexterity sleight of hand check or a charisma deception check, my choice, versus their wisdom insight check. On success, I successfully feint and I have advantage on the first attack roll I make against them until the start of my next turn.
Okay. Yeah, they fail. I rolled a 2. So, 3.
I'm gonna roll just in case I roll a 1.
Okay.
What is it, deception or sleight of hand? I think deception's better.
Yep. You got it. Even if it was at disadvantage, you got it.
Alright, then I will do my attack.
Um,
24?
Yeah, that hits.
I ignore the second one.
Okay, yep. 24 hits. Roll damage. 8. Okay. That was against the blue one. Okay. And then you got front rear.
Yeah, give me 1 second. See how I've been missing out on free re-attacks too. Anyway, Fenrir is just gonna move up to, or he's gonna dash actually, and move over here, and then I'm gonna fly back around the corner, and that's my turn.
Okay. Do you get an attack with your chains?
Yes, that is a separate action. Yeah,
It's
you're
its
right.
own.
Thank
It's
you
its
for
own thing.
reminding me.
Yep.
Yeah.
All right. Go ahead and make attack roll. The chains. 18. That hits. 11 to the blue one. Oh. He's at 1 hit point.
Oh, that lucky dog.
Mm-hmm.
That's my turn.
Or unlucky dog. Ha 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 ha. Joke, cause wolf. All right. Let's see here. Having only one target, the pirate marked with pink is going to take a shot at Sylvaris at disadvantage because it's such a long distance. Gosh. Still with +3. That's 18. Roll a 15 and a natural 20. You've avoided 2 natural 20s, by the way, Zach, because you have been at range while you've been sitting in the middle of the hallway.
So that 15 I'll take.
Or 18, because
Oh,
plus
it was an 18. Oh, okay.
plus their modifier.
Yeah.
5 points of damage.
Oh, okay.
Mm-hmm. And that is it. It is now your turn.
Oh, good.
You've received much laser fire as you have stepped into the middle of this hallway.
I have.
Some of it deflected with the shield.
I am going to go and take cover with Aurora over there. Then I'm going to use my action to put in one of those back-to-packs. Back-to-med kits that I have on me. So I get a 10.
Yep.
Did you have the plus to your constitution as well?
It's on there already.
Yep.
Okay.
+2. 8 + 2. Nice,
This
almost
is
max.
hit die for fighter.
I'm surprised it comes out with my description.
Yeah, that it does.
Oh, you must have hit max roll on that.
No, I hit an 8.
8 + 2.
Yeah, because
Anything else in your turn?
It's a D10 + 2.
On my screen, it just shows that and a 10 hit die. That's what it shows. I didn't see the roll.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, if you hover over it, it will do it. It would show. Yeah, that's it.
Yeah, say the 10 is the roll, or is the
Oh,
result.
okay, that's
of
with
everything.
the +2, right.
Mm-hmm. Anything else on your turn there, Sylvaris?
No.
Okay. It is then the red guy. He's like slowly gaining his composure, and he's grabbed up his pistol again. He's like wiping the tears away from his eyes, but he's still just kind of sitting there on the ground. And then the green marked pirate is going to step around the wall, come stand out here in the middle, and he's like, "Bad doggy, bad." Takes a couple shots at him. That is a 15 to hit.
I will use my deflection to deflect
I'm
for
back.
Fenrir.
Okay.
I can do this because of the subclass I took.
Mm-hmm.
I can extend it to other people. I need a 2.
Did not get the 2.
It still hits.
You take 4 points of damage. And then he's going to duck back behind the wall again. Lucian, it is your turn. Your insides are more inside at the starting of this turn than they were last turn.
Okay, I am going to use my leonine agility, and I am going to climb the wall, the 10-foot wall, and I'm going to move. Let me see how far that measures. It's well within range to get behind the blue guy for me with my agility, because I can move 60 feet.
Yeah, you move 45. So if you want to make like, so you
How
see
did
how
you do that?
So I'm holding down the left mouse button and then I'm right clicking.
Okay. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. It's pretty
nice. Cool. All the fancy things are now available to me. Anyways.
Yes.
I'm going to make an attack.
24, yeah, that hits. This guy is very badly damaged and he is now dead.
As is all the pirates are going to be.
This is a crazy fight. This would have been Frieza's first combat encounter in this session.
Mm-hmm.
This would have been a rough one.
Yeah, imagine having another
I don't have.
character in here. They would
I
just
don't have
do
anything
that
to
more
repair him
devastating.
either.
I
Right.
mean, with all of us, it would be a lot easier. But imagine if Noel, you weren't here because you missed last time, and we did this, and this would have been his first encounter. I think it would have been interesting to see his decisions.
Mm-hmm. Well, remember the droids have a internal repair thing that they can do, I think as a bonus action.
Kind of like a second win.
Yeah, it kind of like I kind of understood it as like they have like nanites repairing themselves on the inside, something like that. I don't know. They explained it somehow in the rules that like they can spend like a hit die to repair themselves or something or other. Anyway, Lucian, is that all that you do on your turn?
Yes.
Okay. Then it is the orange pirate's turn. He's gonna hold his action for a better shot. And with that, Aurora, it is your turn.
Alright, Fenrir is going to peek around the corner.
Okay.
And take his chances.
Alrighty. As you go to swing, the orange one is going to attempt to take a shot, but it's going to be at disadvantage because between all the cover, the ally, and just everything that's been going on, it's a tough shot. Yeah, and he royally misses. Yep. I rolled a 6 and another natural 20. That's 3 natural 20s that have been averted at this point.
I'll take it.
And a 15 just meets. 15 is the AC for this guy. 7 on the green. Does that do it? No, it doesn't. He's still alive. He's like, oh.
Chain attack.
Oh. Ugh. And slumps to the ground and is dead.
Second wind.
Nice. Doing all of the abilities. You gain 6 hit points. Nice. Very nice.
We'll go for more cover. Then, let me check the range on this. Hopefully I wrote it down so I don't have to go. I did. Okay. I'm gonna come around. I'm gonna force imbue my energy bow and take, I believe, the last shot I have before I have to reload.
Okay.
That archer thing has a reload?
Yeah, it has
Yeah,
an
'cause
energy
it's an
cell.
energy one.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
Did I not? No, here it is.
Why is it an advantage?
It's not, but
Okay.
23 I rolled
Yeah,
first
23.
anyway.
Which one are you attacking?
The red one.
Oh, yeah, you would get advantage on him anyway. He's not doing anything. He's just sitting there. Yeah, 10. He just he's just sitting there contemplating things, and then he gets shot in the side, and he gets like launched a little bit
And
just from
then
the force of it.
Go back behind cover. Pass turn.
Okay. Is then the pink one back here. He's going to hold his action for a clearer shot, just like what the orange guy did. And it is Sylvaris' turn. Back at the top of the order.
I am going to do the same. I am going to go out 10 feet around the cover. Oh, come on.
Okay.
There we go. I'm going to take a shot at the red guy with my disruptor pistol.
Okay. You get an advantage.
It would be
Or
normal.
it would just be normal.
Yeah, it'd be normal. Get back over to the other thing. Come on.
That's funny that my bow has more range than your pistol does.
Right.
I missed him.
Dude,
Critically.
it lands just in front of him. And that
Come on,
one.
fight back!
Almost twice as much range. That's crazy.
Mm-hmm.
And then I am going to go back behind cover next to Aurora.
As you take the one shot, the guy in the back takes the shot at disadvantage. That is another natural 20, by the way, that has been negated due to disadvantage. But that is a unnatural 20 with a +3. Oh my gosh.
Versus who?
Silvaris, as he comes around the corner. For 2 points of damage. That's 4 natural 20s at this point.
It's like, I almost feel like you're lying.
Why don't you roll this well when I'm playing Irakin? Why? Okay. Well, I will say, when I purchased this die from the game store up from, well, it would have been my hometown at the time, up in Minnesota. I had a good buddy of mine who went with me to the game store, and I had him roll the die, and it was a natural 20. So I was like, I was good friends with the game store owner, and I was like, I don't care what it's gonna cost, but I want to buy this dice set. And the first roll ever made on it was a natural 20. So
Lo and behold, this is the die of many 20s.
yes.
All sides are 20s.
No, it's not.
They say other things, but when you land, say you roll a 1, it like phases out and becomes a 20. It's like an illusion.
Yeah, it's an
Looks like one of
illusion
those, like
dice.
almost like a magic 8-ball, but every side's just a 20 on the inside of it.
Oh my gosh. All right, I don't even remember where we're at now. It's Red Pirate's turn. You see that he's like, after taking the arrow bolt or whatever, he crawls back and he grabs his pistol and he stands up again and he just kind of like, and he takes a shot, just into the hallway, spraying, and doesn't hit anybody. Lucian, it's your turn. I'm not a coward.
To get nudged by my dog several times, so I can't do nothing. Quit. Go.
But I loves you. I loves you, Ryan. What are you scheming over there? Oh, can't chat with Ryan due to network error. So even if I could
I still hear him.
Oh, okay.
What?
There you go. You're back now. Sorry.
Okay, I moved there and I'm trying to be stealthy. Do I need to roll a skill check?
Yeah, I would say make a stealth roll. The red pirate, he's like not really paying all that much attention, so you think that you are concealed from his awareness.
Okay. That is my turn.
Okay. It is then the orange pirate's turn. He's going to hold his action for a better shot once he sees the target. And with that, it is Aurora's turn.
Oh, I have proficiency in stealth checks. What does that mean?
You add your proficiency bonus to so yeah, you have a +6 currently to your stealth rolls. Because you're proficient, you get to add your proficiency bonus.
So that's a 12, or would it be something else?
No, it's a 12.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because your stealth is your dexterity, which is 4, plus your proficiency, which is 2, so a +6 in total.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Aurora, it is your turn.
Might be time. I can reach there. I've been real friendly with the red guy.
Okay. As you either run or float up, the orange and pink marked pirates are going to shoot at you. So you get into range. Well, that's a 3. And that is an 18.
I'll take it.
Okay. Ooh, okay. Now we're getting something done. That is 8 points of damage. Finally rolled big on my d6.
See what I'm saying? I'm joking. Let's get in for some damage. We have advantage this time with Finra.
Mm-hmm. Okay. That misses. Through the tears and his flailing his arms, you know, it's a fighting style that you have never seen before. And he's just dodging all of the attacks, the claws, the chains. Nothing's
Action
connecting.
surge!
Oh my gosh. This poor dude. Yeah, the 22 finally hits. 9.
Guy's just out
Oh,
here.
you're toying with him. He's got 1 hit point left. You did 10 damage like last turn, and he did 9 this turn. He's got 1 left.
Okay.
Ryan, what are you doing?
What are you doing, Ryan? That's gonna be crazy.
So the action surge doesn't float over to a chain attack.
No.
So I guess we go for some guaranteed damage.
I was just debating dash plus the one thing I use to move. How far would that get me?
Mm-hmm. I will use
I'm melee
pyrokinesis on the red guy.
Okay, yep, he's dead.
And he makes a save, and you only takes half, so he dies.
Yeah, yep, he's dead. Oh my gosh, what a horrible way to go. So his friend got disintegrated into ash, and he's now on fire. He's like, and the suffering, and he's dead.
At least he's not ash; he's cooking.
Yes, he's currently cooking.
Bro got cooked.
And it's still burning there.
So, yes, it is. There's a burning. There's a burning corpse at the entrance of the cave. Oh my gosh, it's so traumatic. Okay, it's traumatic for me. My NPCs that I care about. Gone.
Let me see if this powers a bonus action really quick.
That isn't the same fire you used earlier, is it?
Dude, I forgot. No, it's not. That attack you did on me last time was supposed to do the wisdom save, but I mean it's too late now. But I forgot I had sanctuary up.
Oh yeah. Okay.
Where is this power at? What the?
All right. Yeah. Is that all you're doing on your turn, Aurora? You got one more thing?
Yeah, I'm looking to see the speed of the casting time. I didn't write it down. What's the is
Mm-hmm.
slow time a bonus action or is it an action? I might have to go
Slow
to my
action.
slow time. It's a force empowerment or imbuement, whatever it's called. Yeah, force empowered self. See,
The force power. What about it?
chain legends through
Roll kinetic die and increases your speed by
force.
5 times the
Shoulder,
amount
shoulder.
rolled until the end of turn. That's
Yeah, it
how I
doesn't.
was going mock Jesus. I use
Yeah,
slow
it doesn't say. I'm just gonna assume it's an action because it doesn't say. So yeah, I'll pass turn.
Okay.
because I paired slow time with my Leonine agility, and yeah, it
Okay.
was
I'll
like
have
90 feet my first game.
right. Okay. I'll have them make the wisdom save, which
Oh, it's just when you move. Okay, but I have no movement. Okay, so it doesn't take an action. I
okay.
understand now.
Gotcha. Okay. Well, it's the pink guy's turn, and he took an attack, and he did not make the save, so he does not attack. Um, it is then Savaris' turn. You're currently around a corner, and there is a corpse at your feet.
It's been there the whole time.
Not quite the whole time. It's been there for a little while. But it is now your turn.
Right. I am going to use the dash action
Okay.
to run from here over to here. Get behind cover again.
Sounds good.
And I will end turn.
Lucian, it's your turn.
Let me measure. What was it? This. Well, crap. I guess this.
I believe you can move through the same space as an ally. You just can't end in the same space.
Right.
So
Okay.
you can move
Well,
through Fenrir.
You can
Yeah.
sneak past Fenrir. Should be no problem.
the place I want to move is right here.
Okay. You should be able to do so within 30 feet.
And I am going to attack the pink guy
Okay.
with my lightsaber. As I remember where my character sheet went. Okay.
Gonna make a tech roll. That definitely hits. Roll damage. 4.
What is with my damage rolls? They're just like I hit
Yeah, your
everything,
attack
but
rolls are amazing. Your
yeah.
damage rolls are horrendous.
This my usual is I kill everything I touch, and today it's just I hit everything and not killed nothing. Well, that's not true. I killed 4 guys so far, but still.
Yeah. Okay. Anything else?
Not at this time.
Okay. It is the orange marked pirate's turn. He's gonna holster his pistol and pull out his baton that he's got with him, and only rolled a 3, so
The pistol
that
fire has
misses.
come to an end. By the way, does
Uh,
that open it up? Can I see things? What's
oh
going on
yes,
here?
sorry. Yep. There you go.
Are those doors?
He
Is that a
wouldn't
door at the bottom?
he wouldn't be able to
No.
attack Woody if he had to swap weapons? And doesn't have to take his action, or does that just take a bonus action?
It
That's
doesn't
only.
take an action to put away your weapon.
Okay. Because when I heard you say he got a 3, and I was sitting there like, wait a minute, how does he,
Yeah, he
does he
swung
make
at him
him
with
an
the
attack
baton.
with it?
Aurora, it is your turn.
Get on up here. We're going for the orange guy.
Okay. Also, like, blaster pistols are, I think they're considered light. So they're like, you can move them around fairly quickly. So like holstering them doesn't like take
I
a
think
whole lot of effort.
it's usually like you're considered to have a melee slot and a range slot that when you switch between the two, it doesn't count as switching. Unless you equipped another weapon to that said slot, then it'll be like an action.
Yeah.
If I had a longsword but I wanted to swap to a scimitar, it would be an action.
Okay. Well, if that's the case, then I have a vibro dagger that is equipped to me as well.
Did you
I
just say
never dealt with
scimitar?
Yeah.
That he did.
Scimitar?
16 hits.
Scimitar. Satin does the same thing,
Scimitar.
and it kills me. He calls it his scimitar, and it's scimitar.
I know it's scimitar.
Orange.
My thing is, after Mortal Kombat, my C's are K's, and it's a problem.
His is he refuses to adapt to language because he doesn't understand the concept of language.
Okay, and let's do the chain attack.
Okay, yep, 20 hits. So does the 15. 9, he is dead. The orange one is dead. There's one last pirate
Pink one.
that you can see.
And let's chakra.
That hits. And 11 points of damage.
Yeah, I think.
Oh, that just kills him.
Let's go.
He had 15, and he did 4 earlier.
We have done nothing but body people this session.
He said with blood leaving his abdomen profusely.
Right.
It was. It's not now.
He's like, yeah, we've just bodied people. He's like hunched over in pain.
And that was
I mean, to
one
fair,
hit. One hit.
Yeah, see, that's what I was talking about, because, like, throughout this specific combat, because it's not always this way,
Nice.
it felt bad for me, because even though I got hit for less than y'all each individual hit, I got hit so many times.
Mm-hmm.
And
with that,
I got a rib-shattering crack to my face.
Yeah, but you got one hard hit. You got hit by
I'll be
one
honest,
punch,
I'm
man.
pretty sure I've taken like 7, 8 hits. Like, I know I've taken quite a few hits. It's just been like 2s and 3s.
Yeah, but like,
Nice.
like, what's your HP total?
17.
19. I caught
So I have.
like 2 hit points, and then I caught a what was it? 9?
I went from 29 HP to almost dead, and I took one back there that put me at like 12, and now I'm back at 10. So I took almost 30 HP of damage this combat.
I went down to 1 HP at one point, and then that's when I used my second wind, I believe. And then I went down again, and that's when I had to use that back-to-pack. Oh, God.
Yeah. And then
You
Finra almost went down too, and then Noel saved him.
Mm-hmm. You know, yeah, attacking a pirate base, you know, they tend to, you know, fight a little bit. So
I'm not complaining about the difficulty.
I'm just,
yeah,
I don't know. There's one of them that just gave up on life. I'll be honest. He
he
watched the
did.
guy get disintegrated. He watched his friend get disintegrated, and he just didn't have it
I
left.
love that you you had the two guys jump off the back. He's like, nope, I'm good.
and there was one that
I'm
got
out.
away. One did get away.
Well, yeah,
What?
I still
No,
got
I threw
him.
a lightsaber at him.
No,
One
down
of
at
them
the
got
bottom.
like he's gone.
Yeah, you see the one at the very, very bottom of the map.
He
Yep.
disengaged
When
out
did
of
he
combat.
jump out?
That was a long time ago.
It was towards the beginning. That was the guy that was the first guy that jumped out.
It was the first guy that jumped.
Did I
He
hit with that fire
disengaged
line,
and
but I didn't kill him?
yeah. He was like, I'm out.
You'll never catch me alive.
He made his like dexterity check or some shit like that and fucking left.
No, he disengaged and just leapt over the wall. So yes, combat is over. The battle music comes to an end. Who knows where it was actually coming from, but there's no more battle music. And yeah, you guys are left alone on this platform. What was once a battlefield now is like eerily quiet, as there's not even like wildlife sounds anymore coming, at least for a couple minutes before the jungle returns back to normal. But you guys have cleared out the pirate base. There are two doors that are towards the interior of the base that are currently sealed off, and you can probably assume that the pirates came from within those rooms. Like that second wave of pirates, they were in those rooms and then locked the doors behind them.
Is this a door here?
It is, yes. But that is unlocked. I will reveal those areas.
Alright, I wanna run them pockets. What they got on them?
Okay.
Gonna run the
Okay, that's kind of what I was thinking. I wanted to check them for different stuff, credits and components.
Gotcha. So they don't have a ton of credits, like individually. They don't have a lot on them. But between all the pirates, hold on, how many are there? How many I put in here again? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. And there was one that fled. 15. Yep, that's right. With the 14 pirates, you find that each pirate had 75 credits on them. So, hold on, let me pull that up again.
Split them 3 ways.
So you had 14 times 75 credits. There is 1,050 credits between all of them.
1,050 credits?
Yes.
Divided by 3. 900.
350 each.
Yep, 350
each.
That's actually pretty nice.
Yeah.
That math worked out perfectly. That's crazy.
Alright, I'll add that too.
So what's in this ship over here? Anything in it?
It's actually not. It's not actually a CR-90.
Yeah,
Well, it's
but
no
what is
transport ship. It will have something.
Yeah, there's a transport ship there. It is like a skeleton at this point. It doesn't even have the engines attached to it anymore.
They were taking it apart when I first observed it, right?
Mm-hmm. They were taking apart the transport ship, so there's like scattered parts everywhere, but there is literally just like a skeletal frame. There's not even really a ship there anymore. They've disassembled it so much.
In their pockets when we were searching, was there any like key or anything like that? Something that looked like it might open the door or something?
No. You do not see a key on them. Let me see here.
Let's see. Do I see another communication device, or I would say like components, like like the stuff we were looking for when we were thinking about what I was gonna need for repairing or building like the droid, repairing other devices. You know how we needed like odds and ends, parts or whatever.
You do not see any like components like that. You would have observed them carrying like crates and materials into the cave and then leaving the cave empty-handed.
So these two closed doors, they're locked, right?
Correct.
Does any of the any of the pirates that aren't Weequayans, which is shocking, have any kind of key cards or ways to unlock those doors?
There are no keys.
Lucian, can you have enough energy for a heal?
Yeah, I'm very low on my
I'll just-
abilities in the Force, but yes.
I'll walk up to him and put in a or give him a back to pack. Toss
Okay,
it his
never
way.
mind.
Okay.
Save the energy for now. You don't know how many times we're going to need to use your
Oh no,
hocus
that's
pocus.
with the +3. Oh, that's horrible. Okay.
I'm going to start my usual door removal routine.
Okay.
Well, he does that. I'm just going to try and open the other one.
It was like, yeah, while he does that, I'm gonna, if I guess
He
he said
already
it
said
first,
they're
so I'll let him
locked.
go first. Yeah, but I can lockpick. I have a security kit, which is essentially the lockpick thing.
Well,
I got a lockpick too.
now we're going to see if it
Mine's
is
blue
actually
and
locked.
shiny.
So it doesn't do anything, I'm guessing.
Good night. Adios, amigos.
You're
Okay.
heading out?
No,
Oh.
Talk to
my
his wife.
daughter's boyfriend was leaving.
Oh.
Different. I expected to be his wife.
Alrighty. So, go ahead and, well, that's unfortunate
I
with
like
the hit
him.
dice.
Don't tell them that.
Savaris, go ahead and make I mean, it's going to be like a hacking kind of thing to try to get the door open, so go ahead and make a technology roll. And then, Lucian, if you want to use your your universal key, go ahead and make an attack roll and add your force casting modifier to it, which is going to be a +2.
Tech.
18. Okay. All right, and an 8. So the door doesn't open for Savaris, and Lucian, you are able to carefully cut open a hole big enough and carefully enough through the door that it does creak open for you.
Can
falls
I try
over.
my security kit on the door?
Yes, you get the is it your proficiency to it or something?
Yeah. Do I just click on this, or do I?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You did it. 15. The door opens up, slides to the sides, and basically inside of these areas back over here, there are the hold on, I got this written down. Let's see here. So in there, you find that there are crates, there are shipments in these back rooms, and prying them open reveals that these are the same components that you recall some Solistans in a cantina talking about being stolen. And in other crates, you would know are the materials that Rena had talked about being on board the transport that were supposed to, land in her transport or in her warehouse, but had been stolen by these pirates when the transport took off.
So thinking back on that ship they used to bring it here, how taken apart was it? Is it fixable?
It is beyond fixing at this point. If you wanted to try to repair the transport ship, it is going to be basically making the ship from scratch.
Okay.
The ship is basically completely disassembled.
What is in the room that I entered?
The same kinds of shipments.
Okay.
I brought in there. Oh,
I'm gonna
sorry, I
walk
forgot
back
about.
out.
There's another room back over here, but it's just more of the crates brought in there.
And so Savaris, we have the shipments we came for. They're all in here. And after letting him know that, I'm gonna walk back out, and I would like to see if they had any other forms of transportation around.
Yeah, I don't know how we're gonna get all this stuff back.
Go ahead
Don't we
and
have a
make
speeder?
as you step out into the landing platform, Mm, go ahead and make an investigation check.
Can I do perception?
Sure, I guess. I don't see why not. 22. You do not see another form of transportation in the area with a 22.
Okay.
So what?
Party 2020. What is that?
Hmm? Dirty 2020?
No, it says cart or carty 2020 down there at the bottom. Kind of looks like it's on a broken piece of wood in the wall.
Oh, I think that's the original creator of the map.
Oh, okay.
But no, you do not see another like means of transportation around here.
Okay.
But yeah,
After that, me and Finra are just gonna chill out to go and rest on the Randy platform.
okay. After a couple of minutes with the lack of fighting, one of the Metatheran cartel's land speeders comes kind of cruising on up and is there like kind of looking up to the platform, trying to, make out if there's any kind of movement at all. You're like, hmm, hmm, hello, anybody
We're,
still alive? We heard lots
we're
of fighting.
here.
Oh, they're alive. Great news. Um, and if you whoever would want to go to like to the area where they're kind of approaching from, you would see that they have there's the two land speeders that they had used to escort you to this location, and some of them start to pile out of the land speeder, and they have with them a one pirate that had escaped. He looks very badly bruised, and he's currently handcuffed, head down, not really. He's not making any kind of light conversation at all with anybody. He's just cuffed up in the.
Retrieve our busted droid.
Okay. Yep. There's the droid. He's like protocols activated, and he like powers back up, and he says, "Hey guys, what'd I miss?"
Just gonna ignore him.
Okay. But yeah.
Oh, I guess
Okay, what was the two
I'll
shipments
talk to
again?
the guys who just arrived and say, we found all the missing shipments that were stolen. They're in the room back there in the cave.
Oh, great. We'll inform Rena. We'll inform Nimri. We'll let Will and Veer know. We'll yeah, we'll contact them real quick, and um, we'll make sure that everything's divided up and that everything goes back to the rightful owners.
Perfect.
They sent us a faulty droid. That is
Faulty?
a terrible,
What do you mean
terrible
faulty?
payment. I'm back in the room with Savaris. I'm talking to him.
My auditory
Yeah, we'll probably have
receptors
to
have
fix
picked up distrust.
The robot's
Well,
back on the landing platform, so far away from us.
My auditory receptors pick up distrust. I don't know, but I don't know what Fraser would say for his character. So I would say that he's just quiet. He follows you around.
yeah, I don't know what we're gonna do about that thing.
What are we gonna do next? I mean, we've retrieved all these
Um,
things that should cover our payment for our ship, right?
I mean, it'll cover something, that's for sure. But more worried about how long it's gonna take more than anything.
Now,
We,
Isle, does the
it's
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt.
been 2 days since we checked in. Shouldn't we say something to Raven or at least the general?
Yeah, we'll have to talk to Riker here after this, and we're gonna have to go and find an actual radio station to get in touch with the Republic. That'll have to be our next bet after we get done completing this mission. But until then, let's just bask in our victory. I'll
Nice.
give him like a pat on the shoulder.
So I guess to kind of just wrap up, I guess, is there anything else that you guys want to do in this encounter in this map before you guys leave, or is there anything that you want to clarify or anything like that?
I have a question.
Yep.
So the cells for my bow, are they different from, say, the cells Rebel uses for his gun?
Yes.
Cells upon cells. Cells.
Mm-hmm.
Cells.
So there's a different power cell between like the bow, like the pistol, rifle, and then like those are kind of the main three. And then like for instance, like a bowcaster is gonna have that's gonna have like it's a very specific energy cell that goes with that. So if you come across other power cells, and you can
Cells
recharge
within
them.
cells.
But if you come across other energy cells that fit for any kind of like bow, like of similar style, then you could use those. For instance, like with
How
the pistols,
do you recharge them?
it would just be on like a long rest, and if you have a power source, I think. I mean,
So
I don't think there's
do
really
we-
rules
like the
for recharging
can the
the
ship
cells. Yeah.
recharge them? Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Cells upon cells.
Can the light from my body recharge them
No,
before
they are
Can I
not.
photosynthesize?
They are not solar panel powered.
I mean, maybe if we were
cells.
playing a Gonk droid, you could
Yeah,
do
yeah,
it.
there you go. If you have a Gonk droid, you could definitely on the go
I'm gonna,
recharge your power cells.
I'm gonna
Just
go
walk around
to
like Gonk.
Sylvaris, and I'm gonna be like, Sylvaris, I have a question. I've noticed that you're a bit of an engineer,
Nobody
and I
got
was
my Blade
wondering
Runner references.
if you could make some type of light-powered energy cell that it could recharge from, say, the light from the sun. Me, if you will.
I don't know. I'll have to try and figure something out about that. My specialty is more about turrets. I can do something quite well with that,
I
but
mean, turrets have to be powered by something, right?
yeah, but it is
Sure, you have
also
some
different.
knowledge.
I'll try and work on it.
I
say
appreciate
that.
that.
While this is going on, I am
Mhm.
going to try and, before the cartel gets upon us, I am going to sneak one of the data pads,
Okay, you can do so.
put it into my inventory.
Alrighty. You now have a confiscated data pad. Yes. One of the shipments did have data pads on them.
Yes.
Um,
Liberated
but I would let you know
pirates.
that, like, just as from a, like, gameplay, like, mechanic kind of point, that you would be technically stealing from, the whatever container that it came out of. I forget if that was Rena's transport or if that was
Well, if it's a large shipment of data pads, I doubt they're gonna notice one of them.
Okay, I'm back.
I mean, even if they do notice it, they won't know who.
Yeah, it could have fallen out while
Just
while
the
they
guy
were
that has the
fighting.
new data pad. Yeah.
It's in my backpack right now. They don't see that shit, or in my storage. It's an item box storage.
Okay.
My bag of holding. They searching my
Okay.
bag of holding. Uh,
We'll start doing to them what we did to these pirates. What?
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 Anyway. Yes. I'm
I
figuring
would
I
like
could
to
probably. Oh, go ahead. Sorry.
go check the transport ship they used and see if there's any like materials that are still useful.
Okay. Go ahead and make an investigation check for me, please. And no, not perception. 20? What kind of parts are you thinking about, or what are you thinking about doing?
Just like things that could be used to like say repair our ship in case when it gets damaged, or just or like spare parts.
Um, I mean, there's just like, at this point, there's just like random like slag pieces. So, no, not really.
Okay.
There aren't any like universal parts that are salvaged from the ship that you would be able to put like onto yours.
Look for duct tape.
I still don't understand why they took apart their own ship.
Yeah,
No,
they did.
it
It's a
wasn't their
stolen
ship.
They're,
It was
they
stolen.
chop that shit.
Mm-hmm.
They chopped a ship. Well, where's the ship that they own?
They stole that ship, and then chopped it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
he's
but
saying for them to break it apart, they had to have had one of their own.
Mm-hmm.
yeah, they had to have a ship to steal a ship.
Maybe it's not here. Maybe it's somewhere else.
Maybe it's on the bottom of that elevator on that landing platform.
You did not see a ship below the landing platform. You guys had a clear view of it when you walked up.
I was gonna say that
well.
looks like the hangar or like the doors to an elevator. So I was like, maybe there's something below.
I'm done here, so I'm gonna go hop on the bike with the droid and get ready to depart.
Yeah, I'm ready to leave.
I am also ready to leave.
Alrighty. So, you guys are heading back to Gadrin and Hendret.
Wait, what's the race of these people we were just fighting?
Humans.
Humans.
They were mostly humans. There was a Twi'lek in there or two.
Well, Finnery
Now they're
takes an arm
worm
with him.
You're taking an arm with you? Okay. Alright.
Yeah, Finnery, he's snacking on it.
Oh. Alright. Alright.
Gotta say, mildly disturbing to watch one of my own race be gnawed on.
There's only one race Finnery will not devour, and it's Diatham.
It's what?
Diatham, my race.
Mm-hmm.
His minor deity race.
Yeah, that's the only race he will not eat.
He won't
At
eat
least that he's come into
the
contact with.
flesh of the gods? He
Alrighty,
won't dine
alrighty,
on the
alrighty.
gods?
Okay.
The
Because he
nectar?
because he loves me, he doesn't want to hurt things that look like me.
His name is Fenrir.
Yeah,
I mean,
I
it
know
would
he's
make
Fenrir's
sense.
the god
Yeah.
killer, but
Bites a god at one
specifically
point.
specifically Odin, but more specifically Odin, but you know.
He tears Tyr's
So
hand off.
he eats Asgardian, but he doesn't eat
Yeah.
he doesn't eat diet.
Yeah, if he ever comes in contact with the Asgardian in this campaign, he will grow to his full size immediately, to his adult size, and destroy them.
Okay. Alright.
Hopefully
So,
that doesn't happen.
returning back to Gadrin and Hindred after the harrowing efforts that you guys had done in the jungles to the west of the cities, um, informing the different houses, the different trading companies. They go out, they get their shipments, they come back. Um, the each
I will stay outside during these, just trying to enjoy the nice, hot, humid air.
okay,
But
gotcha. So as you guys arrive back in Gadrin, um, let me see here. I have some notes here.
Several red boxes. The red green. I see Great Bridge. I see Elasterol River. What is the one in the dead center green?
Why am I not seeing that one?
Not legible.
That's a town square.
we were already there. That was where the festival was going on.
Did my notes are a little bit messed up. Hold on a sec. Okay. Right. Okay. So as you guys return back and talk to the different trading houses and the different the different companies, after telling them where the cartel tells them, whoever contacts them about the location, about the hidden or now not so hidden pirate base out in the jungle. They get their shipments back. They go back to their appropriate owners. The different shipment containers have on them a symbol stamped with them, basically kind of like just a QR code equivalent of, it's coming from this place that has these items. It is owner of such and such. As a thanks from the different companies in the two cities between Gadrin and Hedret, you guys get for the party, specifically from Nimri, which is the leader of House Hirskala, who has taken you on as employees, and have given you also lodging while your ship is being repaired. You get one set of macro binoculars, 2 data pads, 1 bottle of mare wine, which is a special type of wine if you look through the rules later, 1 multi-channel comm link in order to communicate between multiple comm links. Let's see here. You guys also receive from Rena's transport service, and she will basically say, I hope that this, you have done us a great work to our cities and to the trade at least on our little planet here. I hope that this smooths over any kind of hostilities or malcontent between us. I want you to know that your work is appreciated in relieving these pirates from their hold on the system, at the very least momentarily. Thank you. I hope that these items and this money will benefit you in the future. And she gives the party 100 credits per member, and also what do I got here? A blaster pistol for each of you, with their own energy cell included in each, and essentially 3 vibro daggers.
What'd you call that wine?
MEIR wine.
So macro binoculars, ear wine or IR wine. Blaster pistol for each of us, fiber dagger for each of us, 2 data pads.
And 1 multi-channel comm link.
So, do they hand the credits over to the droid?
It is split up between the 3 of you.
Okay, so we all got 100 credits except for the droid.
Right.
Droid, to be technical, the droid wasn't a part of the original agreement.
Right. So you guys also got payment from the cartel as well.
Oh, yeah?
Man, how much was it per person? I don't remember.
I think it's 500 per person, and then we also got the droid. Got to keep the droid.
Was it 500 per person, or was it 500 total? I don't remember. We'll figure. I'll look back at my notes next time.
How about the XP for both those combat situations?
Yes. So for the combats,
You haven't added XP for a long time. I have no idea.
Right. So between the 2 combats, what do I got in my notes here? So the XP for basically the whole adventure so far, the kind of resolving with clearing out these pirates, is 600. And then
okay. That puts me at 1,500.
Then let's see here. What do I got here?
You should be at level 3 now, huh, Rebel?
Yep. That's what I'm changing right now.
Where's the level chart? Is it on the Discord?
Our next level up, I think, is 2,700.
Yeah, 2,700 if you're on level 3 already.
Yep. Right. So yeah, 600 for just for the adventure, and then well, all 3 of you. Yeah, it has literally just been the 3 of you for both combats.
Yeah.
Is another 400.
400? Okay.
So 1,000 XP in total.
Nice.
And Frasia's character is still at level 1 with 0 XP because he hasn't done anything. This goes to show, you miss out on the session, you miss out on the experience.
I want to make a request of what's the leader of the trade company or whatever?
Which one? There's a bunch.
The one we were making the deal with. the one that's paying us?
There's a bunch of them that are giving you money.
We were
The
getting
guy
paid
that we
from
were
the
talking
cartel.
to.
The one we got the
Yeah.
droid
You've
from?
talked to so many guys.
The cartel was the one that
I don't
that's
have
also
my notes, so I have no reference to who they are.
You mean the one where that originally hired us?
Yes.
I don't remember his name, but I know you're talking about.
That's Nimri.
Emery, yeah.
Nimri is the one that had hired you on, and you guys receive a weekly salary of 1,000 credits while you're working for him.
Right. I want to know if I can get if they're all here all at once. I want to know if they can get a hold of a thermal detonator for me. Or multiple
They could,
thermal detonators.
I guess, Nimri could pull some strings and try to get one in. You have to sneak them. They're kind of rare, and
I used one recently, and it was amazing.
They are quite dangerous. So it'll take a little bit for him to get a hold of one, but he says that he will get you one. It just may take a little bit of time. Okay. So yes, while you're there. Okay. Yes, 1,000 XP, and then all of that money is divided up.
After we finish with them and we eventually start heading back to our ship, I would like to stop by a weapon shop.
Okay. As you approach the weapon shop, the Ugnaught that's behind the counter quickly presses a button, and the store goes into lockdown mode. And he says, "You, not welcome here. You steal."
I'm here for honest business, I promise.
"You cannot fool an Ugnaught twice, for I have spoken. Leave."
And I will hold out 500 credits. Just to show us as a sign I'm willing to pay. I just want energy cells for a bow. Name your price. I will stay out here.
He waddles up to the door. Says, "Credits first."
How much?
100 for sale.
Alright, I want 3. I hand him 300 credits.
Okay. He takes them and he walks back to the counter and he shuffles in one of the storage containers. And he comes back out and he puts them like basically down on the ground in front of you and he closes the door. Pleasure doing business.
I'll tape and leave.
Okay, you have 3 energy cells for the 3 more energy cells for the bow.
Okay, then I will head back to the group.
Alrighty. Let's see here. So, what I'll do is, update on the ship. It's currently being, it's under repair. It's only been like a day or so since you guys had left on the mission. I think like it's been basically one planetary rotation at this point. Ship is still under repair. Grillo lets you know that progress is going well, slow, but well, as he's a little bit short-handed at the moment. But he's got the best mechanics, in the entire system, and you can see there's a couple of Ugnaughts that are currently like climbing over the fuel cell area, and they are delicately working, um, trying to talk to them or helping them, basically like distracting them from their work, will get you quickly shoot away, and then they'll tell you that we're working and our work is perfect. We can't allow imperfections to be made by others, and the the repairs go smoothly. Let's see here, what else? If there's anything else that you guys want to purchase from shops or anything
Dude, I
like
had
that.
proficiency in investigation this whole time
Mm-hmm.
from my tool. I didn't even know. And
In your
sleight of
time
hand.
away on the adventure, Raven came across basically a communications tower that is inside the city, and was able to send a message safely. Her and General Riken were able to safely send a message to the Republic fleet that is out and about through a scrambled signal, letting them know of their situation on Kular and that they're currently um, land bound, but everything is safe and that we are making progress in the system to getting General Riken back to the rebellion. If you wish, General Riken is able to he's able to teach Sylvaris a few things about his fighting style. So whatever what's subclass? What was the subclass that you were going with again?
Oh, let me get back in there.
Mm-hmm.
Because I have to grab strategy as well.
Mm-hmm.
So I was going to take finding specialist. Wait. Yeah, shield specialist was going to be the subclass for the.
Mm-hmm. Okay. We'll say that kind of like what I was talking about earlier before we started the session with like having a character or like having an NPC teach you. We'll say that like General Riken, he kind of says like, "Hey, Savaris, I'll show you some pointers, and I see you're using that shield. I can show you a trick or two." And over the next couple of days, while you're working for Nimri in your time off, General Riken is able to teach you a couple of techniques, and you gain that subclass for wielding that shield around a little bit better.
Yes, it's gonna go a little bit more than that.
Let's see here. Lucian, did you end up leveling up off of this adventure?
No, I'm very close though.
Very close.
Well, I'm a lot closer. I'm at.
Mm-hmm.
Do you want to know the number?
Yeah, where are you at so far?
1900.
Oh. Okay. Yeah,
And
I've
I
seen
still
your
have
message.
2 prestige points
Okay.
that I have not used. I
Or
don't
did
remember
you
what
level
you're
up?
supposed to use them for.
Prestige points. What class are you again?
Uh,
Are you Sentinel?
Yeah. Why?
I don't know what prestige points. Oh, is that for your deployment?
Yeah, prestige points are for the deployment.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
You could already take out that.
Yeah, I think that.
Deployment.
Yeah, that's
What's
just like.
deployment?
Yeah, I don't know how many prestige points you need to level up. I think it might be 4 or something like that. I also have no idea what you just rolled.
Huh?
But
Oh, ignore that. Ignore
let's see
that. That
here.
was me inputting weapons
You're good.
on my character.
Aurora, did you level up? Jordan?
I'm sorry, I had my mic up and went to the
Yeah,
bathroom. I am 83 ahead of Noel, so I'm relatively close.
pretty close as well. Nice. Okay. Um, yeah,
That's
We tend to kill things pretty
gotcha.
proficiently.
Let's see here. So, is there anything? So, Savaris, you're gaining your subclass. Um, Lucian and Aurora, is there anything that you would like to do? Let's say, uh, it doesn't have to be a week, but just 7 days is just a nice phrase to say just a week. Over the next week, what would you like to have your characters do?
Is there any bounties?
Any bounties?
Yeah, like bounty hunting.
Um, not really. What did you have in mind?
I want to do small stuff like clearing out areas from like different animals that are like overpopulating or something like that.
Um,
Not
there
like
isn't
fighting
really too much of that.
other people.
There are some like Tarasin hunting parties that they travel throughout the jungle, but they already have a team of like if there are these groups from like the different tribes, the people inside the city they don't really do that. Um, and the Tarasin like hunting parties that do hunt wildlife, they pretty much just keep to themselves. Um, yeah,
Okay, then instead for I will take out the flute that I haven't mentioned since episode one, or since the episode he came in,
uh,
that I have, and I will go to the town square and play for the people and see if I can earn some money.
gotcha. Alrighty. Go ahead and make a charisma check for me, just to summarize the whole week in between working
Can I do
for Halcyon
performance?
Scala. Yeah, performance. My bad. Between working for House Hirskala and depending on how well you roll, let's see how much money you get from this. 17? Okay. Um, Go ahead and roll me a D10. You
Little
earn
pack.
you earn 50 credits through your performance.
It's better than nothing.
Mm-hmm. Um, Ryan, what are you doing for this week, basically? It's kind of just a
I
little bit
would
of
like
downtime.
to search the city for information on uh, my master, my brother, or my sister.
Okay. What places are you looking for to find this information?
Uh, Anywhere I would think that people would have information that would be. I don't know.
Okay. Go ahead and make an investigation check for me, please. This will summarize basically your week worth of searching. An 8. In your asking arounds for information about basically like your family and um, your Jedi master, I would say you would hear some that there's some old rumors that there is a or that there's an abandoned Jedi temple on the planet of or the moon of Almas in the system. But it's old and abandoned. That
I'm
the
writing that on
that
my character sheet.
the Jedi Master that was there was killed off long ago in the Clone Wars.
How do you spell Amos?
Almas.
Okay. Now, if only my character had any. Okay, how soon did I pick up on that lead? Did that take the whole week to get that lead, or did I
Yeah,
learn it?
that's all. Yeah, within that,
Okay.
inside of that week, you gain little bits and pieces, and that's pretty much all that you learn at the end of the week. That there's a rumor that there was a Jedi temple of a Jedi, or there was a Jedi temple on Almas, and that the Master was killed back in the Clone Wars.
Does our ship have a? Our ship has some kind of form of a map, right?
Yeah.
I would like to go to that and look at the map and try to figure out where the moon of Almas is.
Gotcha. The only information that you pick up is that it's a planet inside of the Kularan system.
Well, a moon inside the Kalaran system, right?
Hold on, let me pull up the exact notes that I got here.
And how do you spell
My
Kalaran?
bad. Yeah, it's a planet.
It's a planet. Okay.
Yep. It's a small planet, unremarkable. It's like molten. It says a definition of the planet. The planet itself is a molten planet orbiting beyond the usual range for such planets. The core is hot, but the surface would normally be covered with ice. The planet's original atmosphere contained methane, phosphorus, and other heavy gases, all of them poisonous.
How do you spell the name of the planet?
Almas.
Or no, I got that. The system. Sorry.
Oh, Kularin. Cularin.
Okay.
But in regards to like your family or anything like that, nobody knows any details about it.
Nobody
So all
knows
that you
any
glean is that,
Catanese.
yeah.
Nobody's seen anybody from Cathar.
No, most people don't even know where that planet is at. You mention it and
They
they're
don't.
like, I think I've heard of that before. Wasn't that the planet that got blown up by the Death Star? No, 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 that wasn't it.
During this, can I also go to a armorer?
Okay.
And when there, I'll go up to the shopkeep and ask, do you have any flexi metal fiber armor?
Flexi metal fiber armor. Let me see here. Gains the avoidant 1 property, strength 11. Would already have the strength property, instead increase the strength number by 2. Let's say that, like, it's a fairly common I think, well, no, that was fiber armor. I don't think that was flexi metal.
More expensive one.
Mm-hmm. I'm not sure. Oh, hold up. There we go. Flexi metal. I would say you could, they could procure enough material. It'd be pretty spendy, but they could
Give me your
eventually
price.
make some armor for you if you wanted.
Give me your price.
Well, between getting the materials and making the armor to actually conform to your body, it's going to be close to 2,500 credits.
I'll come back.
Okay.
Nah, I'll leave. That's it.
Yep. Let me go back to my notes here. Okay. So, that's all that you guys are doing. Between just the regular shifts working at House Hirskala, throughout the week, several of the inhabitants of the city, they see you and they're like, "Hey, we heard what you did. Thank you, thank you." You get like lots of people come up to give you hugs. They congratulate you on your success, and you guys kind of become like minor celebrities throughout the week. Um, the Pretty much everybody except for one particular Ugnaught is super warming to you guys and is they're very open to you and they're all of them are very gracious for the harrowing acts that you guys have done.
Why does this Ugnaught not like us?
Yeah, you missed that part.
Um,
You'll have to check that out in episode number 1 of the series.
I'm gonna go back to that
Currently being
guy,
edited.
and I'll take his deal and ask him to make the armor luminescent.
Oh, you want it to be luminescent as well?
Mm-hmm.
Well, that's gonna cost extra.
I
We gotta
assumed.
we gotta trick it out and everything. I don't even. We'll figure something out. We'll make the suit, and when it's all done, we'll get it back to you, or we'll find you and we'll make sure to get it to you as soon as we can.
All right.
But the person making the armor is will do it for the 2,500.
Is power casting for me? Is that going to be intelligence?
I believe so. I believe or no, power, like which one? Tech power or force power?
Tech.
Yeah,
Tech
tech is
power.
going to be intelligence. Yep.
Okay.
Let me quick check my notes. I want to go back to my original stuff here, make sure I'm not missing anything. Okay. Make sure. Yep. Yep, that's my loot. That's the experience. Yep, it's gotten all that. Oh yes, also the damaged speeder that Nimri had given you. That I think you guys just left at the cartel. That the whatever damages that were done to it or whatever, Nimri is fine, basically forgiving the cost of the speeder. You don't have to pay him back or anything. Um, let's see here. So that's all that you guys are doing for your basically the week. Um, say over the
Oh, don't
next
we get
week.
paid 1,000 credits at the end of the week?
Yes, yeah. Make sure that you guys get
That
1,000
recuperates
credits.
half my losses.
Yeah. Okay.
You have
So,
losses.
I
mm-hmm,
just spent money for them to make my special armor.
mm-hmm. Okay. So over the course of the week that you guys are having this all done, the cartel begins running a shuttle back and forth from their new jungle base, the base that you guys were escorted to, um, from both Gadrin and Hedret. Velenweir's face is like posted up everywhere, um, from like the holo like billboards that are kind of like on the street corners or like on lamp posts, um, and also the local news if it's the um, radio signal or if it's on like on the HoloNet in the system. The local news are filled with stories about how the cartel helped the brave Kularan heroes root out the pirates who were threatening the commerce within the system. Um, there's even some of the stories on the Holo News say that the smugglers in the asteroid belt have taken a notice and are grateful for removing some of the unauthorized competition from the scene. The local trading houses, they've awarded you handsomely for the few days and for a few days. Everyone you see knows who you are, but as always the case, fame is fleeting, and um, there is something that begins to tug at you as you guys are more or less just waiting for the week. Something, for one reason or another, doesn't seem to feel quite right. So, when people start disappearing after only a week of the pirate base being destroyed, it begins to tug at your minds, and it has you wondering what is going on. And that is 3 o'clock in the morning for me, and I need to call it a night.
Alright.
Alright.
Hey, Rebel, how much back do we have on the broken store? I'm pretty sure you the one who wrote it down.
Yeah, did I put it in the actual ship, like in the bio?
I'm looking.
There's 16 backs of back to med packs on the ship right now.
Okay, see, I just took 4, so I'll take that off.
Yeah, it shows up on the bio page.
How long would it take for that thermal detonator to show up?
I would say after the week that he would be able to procure you one, but that's pretty much all that you're going to be able to get done is
What about my
finding about
armor?
your investigation and then getting the thermal detonator, and then for Aurora, doing your performances and getting that armor I'd say by the end of the week that you also procure the item that which you desire.
Would you
What
say
did our
that
droid
The
do?
the thermal detonator, how much does that cost? Again.
That's gonna be curious. What did the droid do for the whole week?
maintenance?
Just powered down.
Checked on the yeah. Got in line with the ship. Now synchronized. I'd like to synchronize our data pads to the ship as well.
Okay, you can do that. Doesn't take very long.
That
Okay, so
armor's gonna be really nice. This is gonna make it so I can't be crit. Unless someone has like additional crit chance or something.
When I do like my
why isn't that popping
extra
up?
style or whatever, my thing, do I write that in as a subclass or do I just write that in as like something else? Because I figured subclass was like multi-rolling. So it'd be like if I was picking
What do you
something
mean?
else like
If it's a
Multi-role?
fighting style, you would put it down by your character traits.
Yeah,
It's not a
I
fighting style,
If
but
it's your
it is
subclass,
my
then
it's
it
my
goes
tier.
subclass.
It's when it's level 3, or when I hit level 3.
Yeah, that's just your
Like-
subclass.
It
like
is considered my
subclass is a
subclass.
title at the top, right? And you would write down the title of your subclass, and then
Mhm.
whatever abilities you gain from your subclass, you're gonna put on the same tab that you have your racial feats and your class feats and
Mhm.
stuff like that.
Yeah.
Is it called?
And it'd be
Yeah, is it
considered
called a
class
specialty
feats.
or specialist? That's why I was kind of curious.
Which I need to change that.
And the thermal detonator will cost you 2,000 credits.
Wow, I think it's expensive.
Yeah, that's like 2 weeks worth of work for a thermal detonator. It just gives you the big old boom boom one time.
No, I mean it is a big boom boom though.
It's the bomb bad.
Alright, I gotta change that. That's only 2.
To, honestly, I have to say one thing that's nice versus Aurora versus dude, I can't remember my other character's name.
Kibo.
Rafal?
Evo.
Rafal. Is that because Rafal's a monk, I can deflection for free instead of spending a point for it. Every time I deflected, I was like, man, that's minus one force point. Only got so many of those. What to do?
Okay. End the broadcast.